I cannot wait till they go 6-11.
Week 1.
Yeah.
25, averaging 20 plus points. That's only happened one other time.
Reed was going to NFC Championship game. He even went to a Super Bowl.
He went to like 5 or 6.
I listened to this like 4 times, so I realized that was.
They got a hell of a team. They call plays that.
Bro, they showing out in the chat already. Showing out in the chat already. Showing out in the chat already. What up, y'all? What up, everybody? The music. Can we clip that music? It's jamming though.
You gonna freestyle?
Say something from
No freestyle. No freestyle. All right. What up? How everybody doing? Let's do quick check. Check.
Mic check. 1 2
There
1
we
2.
go. There we go. What up, Nick?
What's going on?
Got Nick. All right. Everybody, let us know if we good. FIFO is running a little bit late, but he'll be here. He said he'll be here. They in there talking about Drake video.
I saw they said.
It's a hella pause worthy in the chat right now.
I know they just so consumed.
It had to be Rob Costa that brought that up.
Yeah, bro, they so consumed.
Rob, you know about the video because you done watched it. It's on repeat in Canada. You from Canada, so I know you watched it.
Yeah. So, let's leave that all. We don't need to talk about that certified lover boy at all, bro. So, anyway, all right. Well, that's good to know. We're gonna go ahead and without further delay, get started. Let me pull up my notes here. I hit send on accident. Okay. All right. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth B. Inge. Joining me on the show, we have Spike.
What up, though?
We have Shelton.
What's the word? What's happening?
Chilling. And, of course, FIFO will be here but at some point. But joining us, Nick. What's going on, bro?
I'm good. Glad to be back.
Yep, glad to have you back, as always. Before we jump into the show, make sure you guys, if you guys are a fan of movies, check out Frames Per Second. Definitely check out the Patreon. We have a lot of solo reviews that are going up. Beekeeper, Argyle, Mike Got the Curse, Rod's reviewing bottoms. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Is that the TD Jakes documentary? I know Rod the church man, but shit.
Boy, Nick starting on hard at it.
And Lift will be up this week, and we're covering True Detective, Night Country on there as well. So that's enough of that, man. Shit, god dang, bro. Starting off hot.
Shout out to Rod.
Yeah, no doubt. Anyway, man, we are definitely here to cover the Super Bowl, which will be Sunday. So we're definitely going to give you guys our picks, preview the game, get into a couple of NBA topics, because after Sunday,
It's all NBA after Sunday, huh? Dang.
Damn, Lou.
It's a desolate landscape out there. It's bleak.
Got some storylines, though, at least.
Yeah.
Do we? What's the most interesting thing in the NBA right now?
Embiid.
On the court. Not
I
off.
was going to say, on or off.
Embiid being hurt?
Embiid, Adrian, the Griffin getting fired.
I don't even know who Adrian Griffin is.
He stopped there.
Adrian Griffin for the Pistons?
No,
That's somebody else.
for the Bucks.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
You talking about the head coach?
Yeah, Doc Rivers swindled another job.
That all
Yeah.
happened. Oh yeah, that did happen when y'all the last time we was. That was breaking news the last time I was on.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, Lou. That's what we got looking forward to. Doc Rivers coaching for the next 10 weeks.
Doc Rivers gotta have something on Adam Silver. He gotta have something on somebody in the NBA, bro.
Or he could be Mr. Nigga. We keep forgetting that he low key is Mr. Nigga. So when he walk into a room, he know how to talk to the white folks, bro. He get paid everywhere he go. It's not like he's never in the middle of a job.
Right.
You know, some niggas like got like a few. We was scared for Bomani Jones. We ain't seen him for a few months, right?
Every time something open, Doc got it. If it's an announcing, a coaching, anything, that is true.
Bruh, he's an underappreciated Mr. Nigga. I ain't gonna appreciate. You ain't gonna hear nothing nice for me to say about the nigga, but he get his
Well, y'all
bread.
two fill time. I gotta go adjust the volume real quick.
Yeah, I ain't. What do you think about Trae Young getting snubbed from the All-Star game?
Trae Young about to get traded. Trae Young.
You think they're gonna trade him, or they gonna put more people around him? They ain't gonna trade him.
I don't think they'll trade him this season. It'll be in the off season, like during the season.
I think if
Because
they trade him, they admit they lost in that Luka trade, so they ain't gonna trade him. They gonna ride him to the wheels fall.
everybody knew they lost in the Luka trade after the first year, so it don't even matter. He just did his best at the time, but now it's just obvious. Like the numbers Luka putting up, the impact he got because he went to a Western Conference. He went to a Western Conference Finals, I believe.
Yeah,
with Brunson, so he already matched Trae. You know what I'm saying? So at this
I
point,
don't think so. You can't let Trae go right now. He averaging 27 a game, Nick.
but what are you doing? They've been trying to build around him ever since he got drafted. What's going on?
Say it again.
I think that he needs better pieces around him. If he get better pieces around him, then they don't need a trade.
Yeah,
I don't think that they've really tried.
Yeah, you got to hold on to him. It ain't much star power unless you go get star for
like
star.
Trae is-
Because what asset can you get back for Trae that's gonna make sense?
It makes sense for why Lou said what he said, but Sheldon, I'm surprised because what Lou said sounds like a casual ass basketball fan. Like, yo, they just gotta get better players around them. Obviously, nigga, you think they ain't tried? They just don't know. They just either don't know what they doing, or you can't build a team around Trae Young. He ain't Jalen
I'm just
Brunson.
saying they ain't like you didn't see them try to get a Bradley Beal or these people that have been available.
Nick been trying to trade Trae since he
Yeah,
got
like
here,
these
bro.
there have been better players available than the Hawks have went out and gotten. DeJounte Murray was a good, okay pick, but I'm talking about like
Murray was a
they've
terrible
never
trade.
paired him with
Yeah,
a
it was
real
a
star. They had him
terrible
with
Yeah,
Capella.
Murray was a bad trade.
It was just too repetitive.
Like they had it with, they still got him with like Clinton Capella and dudes like that. Those are his like B players.
Capella and John Collins wasn't that bad, even though they got
See?
John
John,
Collins.
yeah,
wasn't that
John
bad.
Collins, bro.
It's the fact that they needed a Donovan Mitchell. They needed like a wing that can get his
Don't
own
say
bucket.
Donnie.
He gonna say Donovan Mitchell. D Mitchell's his guy.
That's
So-
the best shooting guard in the league.
We could be talking about the Cowboys.
I don't know about
One more
that.
game to him out.
I'm just saying like they needed somebody like of his ilk to go get some. Like you mentioned Bradley Beal, but I wouldn't have got Bradley Beal because his injury history. But like to me, it's like somebody who's like a fringe A-lister, if not an A- player, to pair with Trae Young, so he can get his own. So Trae can just give him the rock, and he can do his thing. So it's just like Atlanta's just been horrible at how they've been doing their trades. Like the Knicks over the last 5 years have been doing trades better than the Atlanta Hawks.
Have they accomplished as much as the Hawks have over the last 5 years?
They have not been to an Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, we're gonna leave it there.
So we were
That
talking
was a
about
cold one right
we
there.
was talking about the trades, not the actual performance.
It's hilarious.
I go
All right.
nigga. Hey.
All right, man. Let's get into this Super Bowl. I guess we'll start here. Super Bowl is this week. I guess the first question, just a real quick question before we get into the rundown. Y'all have plans for the Super Bowl yet?
No,
Okay.
You said that we do what?
have plans.
Plans.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I was supposed to.
Dang, that's crazy.
I normally don't do nothing but watch games like that at home. Just
Yeah.
Oh, so
I
y'all
like
don't
to watch
normally
it
go
with a
out?
big crowd. I used to, not recently though. I would rather just watch it, especially since we talk about it. Like I find that
Right.
being at the parties and stuff, and then it's a whole lot of people who don't watch football usually, and you getting like,
distracted.
yeah, like since we talk about it, and I don't ever really go back and watch the games like you do. I like to watch it like solo. Order some wings, chill, I'm good.
You going out, Nick? You going to any?
I was I don't know yet. I was supposed to link up with this baby mama, but she busy.
With your baby mama.
No, with a baby mama. I've been talking to this baby mama lately. While I'm out here. But I may just do my own thing like Lou said, or I might, because I don't want too many people. I don't like watching the Super Bowl with hella people, but I do like a nice, like solid group of friends, some homies and shit. If I was in Atlanta, Lou, I would have slid through the
Right. Me and Nick would have been together, right.
Yeah, the commodity script. But I'll probably get into something. But worst case scenario, I'll watch it by myself. Because I do understand what Lou's talking about.
Hey, where did you watch the Cowboys Super Bowl?
I used to watch
From your crib?
I used to watch them at home. The last one, I was alive. I was
on
13. I remember it was like a little small 20. No, I'm just
Okay, all right. Well, hey, while you guys are listening, let us know if you guys have any Super Bowl plans this year, or are you like the crew here? We're going to be watching it at home. My in-laws might be doing something, so they're trying to decide that now. If anything, I'm traditionally over there. It's normally just family, friends, but it's shrinking more and more each year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But I know one thing that we will get crowned as a champion, and there's a lot to gain and possibly a lot to lose. So who has more to gain with the Super Bowl win, Kyle Shanahan or Patrick Mahomes?
That's a good question. I would say Patrick Mahomes. And the reason I would say that, I get the Shanahan thing. He'll get the monkey off his back.
Monkey?
But, yeah.
Yeah, come on, you can't say monkey on Black History Month, bro. Come on.
That is true. That's true. Yeah, he'll get the jinx off his back.
Yeah, there we go.
And but for me, Patrick Mahomes winning it with this group of guys, this ragtag unit that he has, if he can win it with this unit, he solidifies his place in history as one of the greatest of all time. You got to mention him. It erases the need for him to win as many rings as Brady. You know what I'm saying? Because he's done it with less. And in a year where we knew, everybody had crowned Lamar as Super Bowl champion. Everybody had crowned San Francisco at one point as Super Bowl champion. Nobody was even thinking about them being back here at this point. So the fact that they're here and have an opportunity to take this step, and it's all been on his back. We talked about it this whole time. Everything has been on his back, and he's carried this team to this point. And if he can get them over the hump, he deserves to be mentioned along with the greats.
Real quick, FIFO, if you untwist the little rectangular, whatever oddly shaped thing that is, you can bring the mic up a little bit more.
I think I'm good right there.
No, because we're trying to get actual good levels because people have been tripping. That's gonna fall, but okay.
So what? Undo this.
But I think you might be right. If the tension holds, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, but if watching, you'll probably just have to. You see how Spikes is raised up over here with that part right there. So if you need, I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye on it.
I got you.
And Jalen will probably buzz you in your ears, let you know if you're coming in low. Go ahead, Spike.
Patrick Mahomes is 28 years old. I do agree with you that he does not have to pass Brady, being that not because he's done more with less, but he's just done it in a quicker time frame. Like we get to see Brady have 7 rings over a 21-year career span. Patrick Mahomes may get 4 rings in 10 years. That's going to be like you'll be able to weigh those together with each other. But I do disagree. I don't even think it's Kyle Shanahan or Patrick Mahomes. I say it's Brock Purdy.
Uh-oh.
Like I'm gonna piss Rob Costa off early and the Brock Purdy haters, but if Brock Purdy walks out of this Super Bowl, regardless of we got Debo, we got McCaffrey, we got Shanahan, he's gonna be one of the few quarterbacks in the NFL that says I have a Super Bowl ring. And that's different from I was the last pick in the NFL draft, which he's going into this game as. So if he can win this game and not be the reason that they lose this game or just have a shitty game like a Ben Roethlisberger or a Patrick Mahomes even a couple of years ago, if he can have a decent to good Super Bowl like we've seen him, as Ken stated in the last 2 weeks, be good on the last couple of drives, Brock Purdy got the most to gain out of this game if they win.
You want to go
Nick?
FIFA?
Okay. Well, FIFO?
No, go ahead, Nick. I'll go last.
For me, it's Kyle Shanahan, and the reason why I like the question because I posed the question was because Brock Purdy is irrelevant in this discussion because I would say this to you, Lou. Do you care about Joe Flacco's Super Bowl ring? Do you care about Trent Dilfer's Super Bowl ring? Do you care about Nick Foles' Super Bowl ring?
Joe Flacco's Super Bowl ring got him a phone call at 41 years old from the Browns, and he went to the playoffs.
And we see how that phone call ended. You know
but it happened though.
He got beat up.
And that's because he won. It happened because he won a Super Bowl.
He got beat up by a rookie coach and a rookie QB. I'm sorry. We see how
they
that
went to the
phone call.
playoffs though.
Oh, okay, that's nice. But all I'm saying is, Kyle Shanahan has this. I say it's more on Kyle Shanahan. I think we already got Patty as the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, he's on like, what is it like? He's already 6 straight conference championship games. At this point, we don't know who can beat him outside of Burrow in his own conference. So he's still going to be on the up and up. To me, Kyle Shanahan, this will cement everything he's done so far in his career as far as being a head coach and leading a team of men. Because every year we get to this point and then we be like, we just shrug and then we go into the next season saying that, oh, he's still a great coach, but he's at that Andy Reid stage of his career. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done everything else but get a Super Bowl. So if he loses the Super Bowl, then we have to start looking at Kyle Shanahan there. That brings him down to another tier because we have him above the Sean McVays, the Mike McCarthy's, the Mike Tomlins, like head coaches who actually won something. We have him above him there for what reason? If he doesn't have a Super Bowl of his own, so that to me is like he puts himself in a different echelon. Because Patty's already in the GOAT conversation even before the Super Bowl ring.
See, Nick, I love having you on the show. You need to be coming back a little bit more often.
This is why I got a cup right now because you're
Look, here's the thing. I don't 100% disagree with you, but I disagree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyle Shanahan is only 44 years old, and he's made the Super Bowl multiple times with mediocre quarterbacks. And I do agree with Spike where I think this changes more so for Purdy. Because at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan is still going to be regarded a top 3 coach, whether he wins this game or loses this game. Right now, the biggest question mark on anybody going into the game is Purdy the guy. And if Purdy walks away with a Super Bowl ring, and this is why I say I agree with you, all of those quarterbacks that you named, it didn't matter. You know the reason why? Because they weren't good enough to make it back for whatever reason. If Purdy loses this year, they're good enough to make it back next year. If Purdy wins this year and they go back next year, now we're talking about a potential Eli, Tom Brady situation. So Purdy has the most to gain out of this entire scenario. Everybody else is set in stone. Kyle Shanahan is set in stone regardless if he wins or not. Yeah, he's still young enough and he got 20 plus years of coaching still in front of him, bro. Like Kyle Shanahan's going to have another opportunity.
I'm not saying that Kyle Shanahan can't move up. I'm just saying if he loses the Super Bowl, I'm saying 2 things. One, if he loses the Super Bowl, he is not in the tier 1 of head coach.
He is.
I'm sorry.
He still is.
He's not.
Because hold on. I got a second. But let's answer that.
Well, who else is in that tier? First?
Exactly. Because if he loses it, right? If he loses it, who's above him? The same people that's already above him.
The ones that
there's nobody else.
But you're talking about a man who offensive granted they lost. He was offensive coordinator for 1 Super Bowl team. He was the head coach for now 2 Super Bowl teams. He's not a tier 1 coach, then who would be?
First of all, my thing is this: why are we having this conversation, Ken?
Because Kyle Shanahan.
Are we talking
because you hate
rankings?
Kyle Shanahan?
No. We're having this conversation because we're talking about Super Bowls. The Super Bowl coming up, Lou. I don't know if you know. Check your calendar. It's this Sunday. My thing is this: we can't say he is a top tier number 1 dude if he hasn't done top tier number 1 dude shit.
Yeah, he has.
He has. Would y'all consider Marv Levy a number 1 top tier guy?
Who?
Marv
don't
Levy
even know-
used to
Nick don't
coach the
even know who
Bills
that
that
is.
lost the 4 Super Bowls.
Nick don't even know who that is.
Oh, you know, yeah. He lost 4 Super Bowls, but he made 4 Super
I was
Bowls.
gonna say, Sheldon, did he win any of those Super Bowls?
He didn't win none of them.
Okay,
No.
but in that 4-year span, would you say he was a top tier coach because he went to 4 Super Bowls straight?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you have to.
Okay, but now when we look at hindsight, we like, oh, he ain't shit because now that
No,
nigga's like,
no one looks at him like that but
No,
you.
no,
He's
no.
highly regarded as a good
FIFO,
coach
FIFO, do you look
because
at
he
him
went
as a
to
highly
4
regarded
straight
coach?
Super Bowls, bro.
So you look at him as a highly regarded coach.
Wait a
I wouldn't say he's tier 1,
You asking the wrong one, Nick.
but
Marv Levy, the thing we look at with him and those Bills team is that they went to 4 Super Bowls.
yep.
Yeah, straight.
That's it.
4 straight Super
That's
Bowls.
it. That's it. Yeah, that's the punchline.
Exactly.
Everything else doesn't matter. Like Marv Levy doesn't even come up, and when he does, we talk about how you can win a damn Super Bowl.
Exactly. It'd be the same thing with Kyle Shanahan.
So you agree with Nick then?
If Kyle Shanahan doesn't win,
Yeah.
I mean, I think when it's all said and done, when he stops coaching, if he doesn't get a Super Bowl, we will not talk about Kyle Shanahan.
I think that he still can win one. I don't think that
100%.
like to the point of your question, Nick. The reason why it's not as bad for Shanahan because, like FIFO said, he got 20 years in front of him. I don't think he'll pull a Marv Levy. I couldn't see him going to 4 straight Super Bowls or even 4 Super Bowls throughout the rest of
And
his
not win
career
one.
and not winning one. I just can't see that happen.
If he had Patty on the other side, he won't.
If you had who?
If he could draft
Patty.
a QB,
If he's going against Patty, but
You might
here's
join
the
him.
thing
You
though,
might join
like,
him when something.
coaches are going to outlive players. You know what I'm saying? He's going to coach longer than Patty's going to play.
There you go.
So we don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of ifs. I ain't got a cup in front of me, Nick. I wish I was poured up with you. But at the end of the day, again, Kyle Shanahan has so many years in front of him. Even if he goes 0-4 right now in the short term.
Yeah, that's the point too. Look how old Marv
I'm gonna
Levy was. Marv Levy
yeah.
had white hair and all.
And I'm
them
gonna tell
Super
y'all
Bowls.
right now, if I'm 60 and Kyle Shanahan wins his first ring, I'm not gonna give a damn. In
Why?
terms of
But it's the
ratings
same
and
thing with
stuff like
Andy
that.
Reid.
So
And now
now-
Andy Reid's part of a dynasty.
I really don't give a damn about Andy Reid either.
Because you're just a hater.
Shit, honestly.
Andy Reid probably they finna start talking about Andy Reid as one of the best coaches of this generation.
only
'Cause of Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, only because of Patrick Mahomes. Like,
Regardless
And
how
see,
he did
and
it.
that's-
Oh, and
Regardless
that's
how he
actually a
did
good
it.
point. Andy Reid was a failure.
When he was in Philadelphia.
Yes. They ran his ass up out of there.
Now he's
It
going
was
to be
just time for him
he's
to
going to
go.
be regarded as the second best coach after Bill Belichick.
Well, we see where that got Eric
Because
Bieniemy.
Patty landed in his lap. And
Oh,
Patty
I mean,
didn't land in his
Belichick
lap.
had Brady.
No, wait,
Belichick had Brady.
hold on. Let's address that. He didn't land in his lap.
He drafted
He
him. When he got him.
no. F all that. The Kansas City Chiefs had the number 27 pick. They jumped all the way to number 10 to go get him. So he didn't
With a
land
quarterback.
nowhere.
With a quarterback.
All right.
With a quarterback already on
Patty
the
had to
roster.
be born.
You're funny. You're funny as hell. My thing, the second thing about the whole Brock Purdy thing is, to me, is like the whole Brock Purdy argument gets canceled out with the whole Jimmy G success. I can't give Brock Purdy the same praise that I wouldn't give Jimmy G. We all knew Jimmy G wasn't the reason why they got to that Super Bowl.
Even if
So
he
what
wins
was
the
the
Super
reason?
Bowl, if he wins the Super Bowl, even if he does what Jimmy couldn't do,
if he wins the Super Bowl, I will start giving Brock Purdy more respect. But it's also how he wins, because
that's not what
was it?
your text said.
Right.
No,
you said
I-
you were going to get on your knee and praise him as king.
if Brock Purdy doesn't shit the bed and wins this Super Bowl, and like him being Brock Purdy the MVP candidate of this whole season, then yeah, you got to give him his respect. I will too. But my thing is that it can't be no defensive game, and Brock Purdy, like, they can't win like how Brock Purdy was trying to win in Cleveland, where it was like 17-13 or whatever the fuck it was, and they missed the field goal. Because if they made the field goal, then they win that game. That's not a game that I'm saying, oh yeah, Brock Purdy's that nigga. My thing is more of like, it has to be convincing fashion that Brock Purdy is the last missing piece for this championship team. But I doubt
Nick,
I doubt that because so far in these playoffs, correct me if I'm wrong, Sheldon, he's been looking shittier more than not. Take out
Shit, he's the reason why they won. He's the reason why they won
last two
both of those
games.
games. That's number one.
They was
He's the
down
reason
too.
why they was in the position.
No, I understand that, but he
brought him
also
back.
was clutch and did what he had to do to win the game. But let me ask you this. And Ken described clutch last week, so it is what it is. Y'all take it for what it is. But Nick, let me ask you this: what was the reason why that Jimmy G team made a Super Bowl? What was the driving factor there?
I'll say defense.
Defense.
Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is the reason why that team made the damn Super Bowl, bro. Because nobody else outside of Bill Belichick could have got a Jimmy G led team to the damn Super Bowl, bro.
Okay, which is why the question was, who would get more respect for winning the Super Bowl, Kyle Shanahan or
Brock Purdy?
Or
because Kyle Shanahan has proven time and time again, you give me a mediocre quarterback that everybody deems as mediocre, and I could get there.
That's your number one problem, FIFO. He ain't proven shit. What has he proven? He's
proven that he's got to the Super Bowl.
He's proven that he's a good coach, and that's why I would say also to that question that he doesn't have as much. If I'm going to remove Brock Purdy, I would still say Patty, because I fully expect him to go win a Super Bowl at some point. He's that good of a coach, and ain't that many good coaches in the NFL anyway. I fully expect, even if he lose this one to this phenomenon that we know is Patrick Mahomes, like, he's going to win a Super Bowl. We've seen him take Jimmy G to the Super Bowl. We've now seen him take Brock Purdy, who we all admittingly have mid quarterbacks. So what if he lucks up and he get a good quarterback in the next 20 years and he's coaching? He's going to win a Super Bowl.
Where your cup at, Lou? You said
I knew you was going to say that. You got to ask Nick direct question. Yeah. Nick, regardless if Kyle Shanahan wins or loses the Super Bowl, who is better than him coaching right now? Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, who else?
Well, Bill Belichick ain't coaching. Yeah, he ain't coaching right now.
I think he's going to get a job.
I say Andy Reid.
I say nothing to get.
Yeah,
we'll see.
There's Andy Reid.
Ain't no more jobs left.
Give me Jim Harbaugh. I mean, whatever, the Michigan Harbaugh, whatever that one. Give me him.
How is he better than Kyle Shanahan when he went to one Super Bowl and Kyle been to 3?
Let me ask you, Sheldon, right now. I already told you he's better, so you already have my answer. Sheldon, right now, who would you rather have? Incoming Jim Harbaugh with that Chargers roster, or Kyle Shanahan right now with the 49ers?
I like that. I like what Jim Harbaugh got over there. I do.
Man, you're talking hedge fund manager over here.
And you would too. You would too, FIFO, because you know that quarterback way better than that quarterback in the Bay Area. And you know
the same quarterback that y'all say can't get it done. That's not a winner.
Hey, Harbaugh's a different dude.
Okay.
I
thought it was the quarterback and not the coach. We got to pick one.
Thank you, Ken. But look, you name me two. Name me one more.
Give me Zach Taylor. Give me Zach Taylor, boy.
All right, man. Here's my answer to the question. So yeah, switch that damn screen. I say Kyle Shanahan. Okay, Kyle Shanahan. And the reason why I would say he would get more respect, first, he would finally grab a ring. He'll win his first one. He'll never right the wrongs that he did in Atlanta with his poor decisions. But he'll finally get it done. He would have beat Mahomes. That's how Eli Manning elevated his status, by beating Brady twice, I might add. Yep. And even though he went there with Jimmy G, and we all talk shit about Jimmy G was drafted in the second round. Purdy was drafted in the 7th. Mm-hmm. And I think to win a Super Bowl with the guy drafted in the 7th round and beating Patrick Mahomes is going to elevate his status.
Whose status?
Kyle
Shanahan. I think he'll gain more from this Super Bowl win based on those than Patrick Mahomes would.
I don't disagree, but I'm looking at the floor. If he loses, what does he lose? He's still a top 3 coach.
No, he's not.
He's still a top 3 coach.
Sean McVay.
We're going to get that part next.
So who's better than him?
Sean McVay's better than him.
That's the second part of the question.
And you know that, so that's why you smack your lips and sit back, nigga, because you know Sean McVay.
You know why I smack my lips? Because go look at the win-loss record head-to-head.
Go look at that Super Bowl record.
Go look at the win-loss record head-to-head. How can you say you better than me when I beat you every damn time, bro?
Because FIFO, if Kyle Shanahan losing the Super Bowl, he's 0-2. He's goose egg in Super Bowls. What's Sean McVay's record in Super Bowl?
Just
1-2.
1-1.
He'll be 1-2.
1-1.
1-1. Yeah, 1-1. My bad. That's 50%. Give me 50% in the Super Bowl.
But that doesn't make you a better coach to me, because obviously we've been there. We've both been there. You got one. That's cool. Right. But every time I play you, I whoop your ass. You're not better than me.
Well, I think this.
I was gonna say
we can conclude this when he wins or loses.
Right. What's the second part to the question, though?
There wasn't one.
Yeah, it was who has. Wait, ask the question again.
Who has more to gain with the Super Bowl win? It was between Kyle or Patrick.
I thought it was who had more to lose, too, or something like that.
But you can add that. Who has more to lose if you want.
Because that's why I was saying Kyle Shanahan.
Okay. Kyle Shanahan got more to lose?
Yes. Because if he loses this, I mean, I understand what y'all saying about it
He's
being
not gonna
young.
lose his job.
It has the ability to get back, but like Mike Campbell said, ain't no guarantees getting back to the Super Bowl. You can say, well, he's a good coach. Yeah, he is a good coach, but there's no guarantee he'll be back to the
Dan
Super Bowl
Campbell
at all.
says that because he ain't a good coach. Cal Shanahan don't got to say that. He might be back next year.
Lou been ready to
We
say
still-
that about Dan Campbell also.
I know, man.
We still never know. Who would have thought that Sean McVay wouldn't have made it back? And he ain't back yet.
We
He may
knew that
not get
though.
back.
No, we
I
knew
don't know.
we knew that because
they-
of the salary
they
cap
spent
situation.
way too much money on their
Thank you.
roster, and they weren't gonna have any draft picks. And
Exactly.
Wait, are you talking about
we
after
were
the first Super
surprised they
Bowl or
was
the
even-
second one?
He's talking about after the first one. That's what he was talking
after
about.
that.
Yeah, he's talking about after the first one.
Yeah, you never knew.
Wait, ask that again.
I'm saying you don't know when a team is going to ever get back. When Sean McVay, no, I was talking about the second one.
Okay, that's what's
Oh,
the
well,
second one.
yeah,
'Cause
that
they
was
ain't
his
been
second
back
Super
since
Bowl,
the second
though.
one. And it was their second one, and they sold out to get
I'm
it.
saying you don't know though if he's
They
ever going
almost-
to get back.
He's good enough to put them in a position where they almost. Well, we
I
thought
guess-
See what I'm
we thought
saying?
they would be
What
sorry.
I'm saying is he's
But What
good,
I'm saying, we
but
thought
we
they
don't
would
know.
be sorry, and the coaching job that he did this year, it's probably a lot
Lou,
closer than
but
you
Lou,
think.
But Lou, let me ask you this question because that's the whole point that I'm asking about Kyle Shanahan. Is like we all knew that Sean McVay had to win that Super Bowl with that Super Bowl roster, right? When he had all them free agents and shit, right? We knew that if they did all that trading and shit, they had to win the Super Bowl, and they did. You mean to tell me if Kyle Shanahan doesn't win with the Super Bowl roster, because we all know it's a damn
Nah,
Super Bowl
because-
roster, if he don't win, we don't look at him differently?
They still have a couple of years with Brock Purdy's contract, and they think that he's good enough to get them to a Super Bowl. Next year, if we having this conversation and Kyle Shanahan hasn't won one, then yeah, you can ask that because we've seen him get here a couple of times and he still hadn't won, even with Brock Purdy and his rookie contract that he's going through. But as far as the 49ers going to be able to pay all of that talent because they think that Brock Purdy can continuously get them to a Super Bowl.
But
What's wrong with losing to Patrick Mahomes
Nothing.
if you Kyle Shanahan?
if you-
Nothing.
if you
This
like-
roster, like we talked
It's like
about,
losing to Jordan.
you lose.
Exactly.
You can lose to Patrick Mahomes. It's still bad, but it's just Patrick Mahomes.
No,
You lose to MVS with the roster you got. You ain't supposed to lose to MVS. So
You can if you don't have a
If you got
quarterback.
Patrick Mahomes, you can.
Yeah. If Pat Mahomes is throwing MVS the ball, it don't matter.
Yeah,
Well, it don't
yeah,
matter.
speaking of
That's like,
quarterbacks,
that's like saying, "Oh, we lost to Bill Cartwright."
Speaking of
yeah, but
quarterbacks.
Jordan was on the team.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
look, man, I'm only reading what's on the prompter. But if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl, will he be looked at as a top 5 QB in the league going into the next season?
wow.
That's a crazy question.
It's not. I just do what I'm told, Lou.
I wouldn't put a number on it, but we'd have to evaluate if he's a top quarterback in the league. 5, I don't say he's top 5 because I think talent wise, I can name 6, 7 quarterbacks better than him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let's be honest, a big part of the reason why he's in this position that he's in is because he's playing with a goddamn Super Bowl roster. He's playing with a Pro Bowl roster around him. He has 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers. He has a Pro Bowl tight end. He has Pro Bowl defenders. This is ready made for somebody that is questionable. Is he a top quarterback if he wins? We have to have that conversation because he won. He did a lot of things that a lot of quarterbacks, quote unquote, that have more talent than him couldn't or have not done. So yes, I think it's fair to have the conversation, but I don't want to shoehorn him into a number. I'm not going to say top 5.
Are top 5 quarterbacks considered MVPs or in the running for MVPs? Has that historically happened? I'm asking this a legit question.
Go ahead.
He
No,
was an MVP.
that is a legit question.
Right,
Speak on it.
bro.
I think that is fair. Any top 5 quarterback any given year should be a top 3 MVP candidate. However, my question to Brock Purdy is, can he do that with a lesser roster?
Can I read this real quick? Or
Go ahead.
somebody put this in Reddit. I wish I would have put this in there for the show. But this was dropped into the Dead End Sports Reddit, and it was quarterback EPA/play and how much they get from their offense overall. Brock Purdy is at the top of the list, but surprisingly, and top of the list in the right quadrant, the first quadrant of efficient QB with a lot of help from offense. Mm-hmm. I did not expect to see Patrick Mahomes on that list, but he is. He's at the bottom. So Brock Purdy leads it all at 0.3, and Patrick Mahomes is at 0.1. So he gets, and this is very analytical and statistical, y'all, but he gets a 0.2 bonus from his roster versus Patrick Mahomes. But Patrick gets help from his roster, along with Dak Prescott is actually second.
I can see that.
He gets a lot of help from his roster too. Tua, Nick is on there. Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Goff. So it's interesting. If you guys got a chance, go to the Dead End Sports Reddit and look at that. Because we would think that these guys, especially Patrick, would not get help from his offense, but apparently he does.
Who's last on
And this is efficient QB with a lot of help from the offense. So they're actually saying Brock Purdy is efficient. Not an efficient QB with not a lot of offensive help. Zach
Sam
Bryce, told y'all he was trash. Sam,
I knew Sam Howell.
Kenny Pickett. Efficient QB with not a lot of offensive help, which is probably more relevant. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
Statistically,
Baker-
analytically, is labeled an efficient QB along with Derek Carr, and that's it.
Baker has a lot of help on that side of the ball. A lot of help.
Analytics, bro. They
But
can look at numbers, say what
they
you
don't
want to
look at
say.
Mike Evans
Then
like
again,
how we
not
look at
really.
Mike Evans. At like 2023, 24, Mike Evans is a different Mike Evans.
But I bring that up because, and I wanted to mention that because of perception, right? We look at the roster with Purdy has, and he's receiving a lot of help, which statistically he is. He's top of the line, the quarterback out of everybody in the league that has the most help, and Patrick is like 2 points below him. But he's actually getting help too.
All
This
the
is-
best QBs get help.
And this is the weird thing because I'm glad FIFA went first because this is what I'm so confused about Brock Purdy's supporters. It's like, Shelton, if Brock Purdy was in the MVP conversation for a majority of the season, right? Top 5 in it, he's gonna be at the NFL honors as one of the guests for MVP. He got all the numbers that everybody loves. You know, they be riding all that shit. All the Brock Purdy supporters talking about he was number one in this, number one in that. He could throw the ball down the field. He ain't no just, dink and dunk QB. And then he leads a team, quote unquote, to the Super Bowl. And then if he beats Patty, who's we all look at as the best QB in the league, maybe the GOAT of all time, and he's still not, and niggas still can say, oh, no, I wouldn't put him top 5. Then what does that say about the QB? Tell me.
The QBs in the league, or what does it say about him as a QB?
And what does it say about the reality, what everybody knows about Brock Purdy as a QB? This is why, this goes back
That's
to
why
my
he was
point.
picked 7th round.
No, this goes back to my point of why I don't want to talk about him when we were critique the 49ers. It's all about Kyle Shanahan. Because at the very best of what a QB can do at his field, at his position in that sport, y'all still won't even look at him as top 5. When he would do more than Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all the QBs you would say you would take ahead of him.
And Patrick Mahomes, those are the 5 that are more talented than him, and you can expect to pull your team to victory. When you're talking about the other people outside of that top 5, Nick, all of them on the same level, and they can win Super Bowls. We were just praising Jared Goff in here last week. We're saying Tua had one of the highest scoring offenses. Dak had an MVP type season. He's on the same level as them if he wins a Super Bowl. He's going to be on the same. Like those 5 that you mentioned, of course, they're elite. They can drag. We seen what Josh Allen did with Buffalo. A lot of QBs wouldn't be able to do.
Who would he knock out? Can we name the 5? We got Patty. That's automatic. So
He's
what
not
are the-
knocking. He's not
what are the
knocking
others?
knocking
Patty
anybody
out.
to the
Josh
5.
Allen?
Nobody.
He's not knocking him out. He's not knocking Burrow out.
Okay.
He's not.
But Burrow's been knocked out.
Yeah, Burrow's not.
Burrow been hurt.
So you saying Burrow's not top 5?
Nah,
Ken bullshit right now.
I mean, you just posting it on this season, though, right?
No, he would. Okay, so
Y'all niggas crazy.
who's
I
the
thought
top
it was-
so
5?
far, we'll put Burrow there
that's a
3.
TBD.
No,
Who's
no,
4? Give me the
hold
other 2.
Ken, let's do this for real. Who are the top 5 QBs right now? Like we'll get back to this conversation, but who are the top 5 QBs right now? We can say Patty, Josh Allen, Lamar, Burrow. Who's the 5th?
I look at
Yeah, who's the 5th guy? Because that's what we're looking at. If he's going to be top 5, who is that 5th guy that he could take out? He could probably knock out Lamar.
To me,
Hell no.
Why not?
to me,
Why?
If Purdy
It's
wins
still
the
Justin
Super Bowl,
Herbert. It's still Justin
if-
Herbert. He's still number 5.
no, he's not. To me, if Purdy wins the Super Bowl, he's number 5.
It's C.J. Stroud. Come on, man.
Well, C.J. Stroud, he can be number 5, but Justin
Yeah,
Herbert, like
CJ Stroud
any,
number 5.
Nah, bro.
I can't do that.
It's
I can't
30.
do
How many
that.
NFL teams is it?
Why you can't?
Because C.J. Stroud has only played 19 games for his whole career.
Right.
I'm not putting him top.
Hey, man.
I'm not
Joe
putting
Burrow
him.
play before y'all anointed
Speaks to the
him.
quarterback playing the league.
Joe Burrow went to a Super Bowl before.
No.
even
He was
looked
anointed
at him.
before that.
No, he was not.
I don't know if he was anointed top 5, though.
Before
I
It's
would
a-
even if
After
Purdy,
his rookie-
even if
well,
Purdy
he
wins a
played.
Super Bowl, I wouldn't take him over C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, me neither.
Why would you not? Why would you not, Lou?
Because CJ Stroud has shown to do way more with way less. Because with that list that Ken was talking about was an efficient QB with the most help.
And like CJ Stroud is a blue chip athlete. He's been that way since high school. He was highly recruited by Ohio State. Like he's living up to his potential. Brock Purdy is overachieving, and that's fine. But I still would take C.J. Stroud because he's more of a blue chip athlete.
It doesn't make sense to me.
It makes all the sense in the world. He was a rookie and won a first round playoff game.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey Nick,
what does that mean?
You should if you taking. Go ahead.
Well, Jalen,
Nick, you also said it's 19 games because of C.J. Stroud. Purdy only got 25, bro. It makes it like Purdy got 38.
But okay, Jalen. Thank you for my point because I love how you just served me up. Pause. My thing is this: in 25, whatever, 25 to 30 games Purdy has had, he's won to how many conference title games? FIFO. Two of them. How many Super Bowls won? And if he beats Patty, he will win one. At what point in that resume is that better than a rookie of the year QB who beat Joe fucking Flacco?
So Nick, was Jalen Hurts top 5 after he went to the Super Bowl last year?
He damn sure was. Ask Shelton, goofy ass.
But we also saw and Nick, hey, I'm not letting you off the hook. But we also saw Jalen Hurts have one of the best dual threat quarterback seasons in a very long time, outside of Mike Vick and Lamar Jackson. Yeah. Like dual threat, right? Like I wasn't basing. Not this previous year, but the year before, I wasn't basing Jalen Hurts' success solely predicated on his ability to throw the ball. It was his ability to run the ball too, because that was the number one rushing offense. They had the best O-line, and he was enough of a threat as a passer to be like, well, shit. In that particular scheme, he's top 5. But let's talk about this, Nick. Let's talk about this. Are you going to sit here and tell me that pound for pound, Brock Purdy's on the same level as C.J. Stroud? We're talking about arm talent. We're talking about elevation. We're talking about everything that makes a quarterback great. Purdy's on the same level as C.J. Stroud. So if we were to swap them out, that Purdy, with his experience, could have took this Texans roster to the playoffs? Is that what you're sitting there telling me?
I can answer that question directly, or I'm going to answer it in my way because you never answer my question directly anyway.
I always answer directly.
I'll say this. To me, what you're asking me is basically like, the whole point of me bringing all this Brock Purdy shit up is because I want y'all to admit that this nigga ain't really it. And y'all understand that, and y'all understand it's all about the scheme and the talent around him. Because if he wins a Super Bowl and y'all still don't look at him any differently than y'all did before the season started, then that says a lot about the roster, and that says a lot about the quote-unquote leading this team to a championship, or being the engine that is the difference between the Jimmy G era and this era. It's nothing different. This is all about Kyle Shanahan and his scheme and his plot of trying to win a Super Bowl doing it his way. So that's the whole reason why I'm bringing up the whole top 5 and all this other conversation, because I want y'all to admit, if he's done all the shit that you would expect any of the QBs that y'all mentioned y'all think are better than him doing with the roster that's less than his, if he's winning at the end of the day, that's the whole fucking point of we playing football.
No.
Like, what are we talking about?
Because
Nick,
the other quarterbacks in this playoff cycle that could have won the Super Bowl, like a Jared Goff, like a Joe Flacco, and we still wouldn't put them top 5 next year.
They was.
No, if Jared Goff had won the Super Bowl this year, I still wouldn't consider him a top 5 quarterback.
And you would be a goofball because Jared Goff actually is really a top.
If Baker Mayfield, as I said in that show, Ken, had won the Super Bowl this year, you still would have a problem putting him in the top 5 quarterbacks.
We don't even have.
It's not only pertaining to Brock Purdy.
Because the whole point of it is, don't call him Glock Purdy if you don't believe in him. First of all, he ain't a top 5 QB.
Not saying that he's left a lot of bullet holes in some teams, bro.
Saying he's not top 5 don't mean that you don't believe in him, though.
As Detroit is very familiar with being shot up, and they got shot up. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. Detroit. The crime has come down in Detroit. I'm sorry. He reminded y'all of what life was like when he put out the Uzi spike in that second half.
Old school
He
Detroit.
sprayed them motherfuckers
He
up.
went 90s Detroit on y'all.
It was like white
My thing is this, Ken. First of all, they shot themselves like Plexico, so they acted like some New York niggas.
Wait, like rabbit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They pulled a rabbit on his ass. My thing is this though: if we all have a consensus of the top 4 QBs in the league, or just 4 QBs that are in the top 5. That 5th spot is up for grabs. And if there's a QB who has beaten Patty Mahomes in a Super Bowl, if there's a QB who has come back down 17 points, if there's a QB that's come back in the second half the way he's done, and he can't, and this is his second NFC conference title game, one that he actually won, if he can't be the 5th QB, that's why I'm saying if all those things are true, all of them, if all those things are true and he can't be number 5 in that slot that we all don't even know who's really in it, then that says a lot about the QB himself. That's what I'm trying to do.
Why gotta be 5?
Yeah, and
though?
I don't
Why
disagree
can't be
with you,
10?
Nick. I don't disagree.
Why can't be 5? Why does it have to be 5?
Because first of all, I think he's already in the top. I think he's already in the top 10 based on his statistics. I mean, is he not?
But a Super Bowl doesn't necessarily move you. It doesn't leapfrog you. You know what I'm saying? Especially because because we're judging Brock Purdy on a curve, and the curve is what do you mean? Bro, Pro Bowl tight end, 2 Pro Bowl wide receivers, a Pro Bowl running back, a Pro Bowl left tackle. What is who else in the whole damn league has a roster on all? We didn't even talk about defense. Who has a roster around their quarterback like that?
Jalen Hurts. And we put him in the top. And we put him in the top 5. The year he went to the Super Bowl, he had a Pro Bowl roster on both sides of the ball.
He had a Pro Bowl, 2 Pro Bowl O linemen. He had a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Who else?
He had a Pro Bowl running back.
Who else?
He had a Pro Bowl. Zach Ertz was a tight end.
Miles Sanders was no Pro Bowl running back.
Wasn't Miles Sanders a Pro Bowler?
Nah.
Yeah,
He was.
He was top 5. Okay, fine. 2 Pro Bowl O linemen, a Pro Bowl. Okay, and they went to the Super Bowl. What happened? They didn't win.
They barely didn't win. Based off of Ash Shelton, they was.
Hey, we can't ask Shelton no Eagles questions right now.
I'm just saying, FIFO. Everything you saying, Lou was saying after that Super Bowl, you was like, you bullshitting. Jalen Hurts top 5. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this conversation. Y'all talk about me moving the goalposts and all that shit.
Jalen Hurts had one of the best.
Consistent. I said the same thing about Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy.
But Jalen Hurts had one of the best rushing seasons by a quarterback ever.
But FIFO,
that's fine.
Brock Purdy's having
that you're asking is yes, there will still be 5 quarterbacks that I would take over Jalen Hurts, over Jared Goff, over Brock Purdy if they win a Super Bowl, because those 5 dudes are the 5 dudes. They got the talent, and you always think that they can take you a little bit further. So there are 5 teams out there that will not take a trade for their quarterbacks.
Lou, I understand why you would say that, because you're not used to winning Super Bowls. So you don't know how to judge QBs. But what I'm talking to, that's why I'm talking to FIFO, because I'm saying it don't make sense. It doesn't. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It doesn't make sense for a guy to have a resume like he does.
Do not.
If a guy to have a resume like he does, for him to have the numbers that he does, and for y'all to laud him as an MVP candidate for the whole
Who's
season.
y'all? I didn't laud him as that.
I did.
I'm just saying. I'm saying y'all as far as an entity. What I'm saying as far as
exclude me from the entity. Then
the difference between the Nick Foles and the Trent Dilfers is because Brock Purdy was throwing up numbers the whole season. We looked at that whole season. Yeah, we questioned him in some of that, and we looked at the whole season. And he was the MVP candidate for the season. So if he was an MVP candidate for the season, throwing up those numbers, leading the team to the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl by beating Patty Mahomes, a guy who's only lost to Brady and Burrow for his whole career when it matters. Then, if he's not top 5, then he ain't shit to me. That's all I'm trying to say. He should not be in any conversation. We should just focus on the coach like I've always been.
So you standing up, because you said you were bending the knee, bro.
I've been in the knee.
You said this show ain't been in the knee. Before we leave off, and let me ask you this. Was Eli ever top 5?
Hell
hey,
yeah.
Man, don't be asking.
Don't ask me that question. What?
And there we go. There we go.
And then I come into this thing saying that who had more to gain or to lose?
Yeah.
Brock Purdy. Not Kyle Shanahan. Brock Purdy. Because his ceiling, he still has a very high ceiling. I think that if he has continued success, look, it's the same thing like KD. What did I say when KD went to the Warriors? Of course they're going to win. Like, you're talking about a really great player going to a dynasty, already an established dynasty. But then they win 2, and then he bounces, and he hasn't won since, right? If he would have stayed there at 110, now he's in the conversation of greatest all time. If Brock Purdy stays with the 49ers and the 49ers could keep a Pro Bowl roster around him and he wins multiple championships, is the one guy to rival Pat Mahomes, regardless if he's as talented or not, but he's that kryptonite, then we got to put him in the top 5. But if he goes there, lays an egg, goes back, lays another egg, then bro, you mediocre, and that's the reason why you a 7th round draft pick. Exactly. And that's why he has the most to gain and the most to lose. Everybody else around in this Super Bowl is established. Travis Kelce, top 3 tight ends ever. Already. It don't matter if he win or lose. Top 3 all time. Pat Mahomes, top 3 all time. Cal Shanahan in the league right now. I'm not going to say all time head coaches, but in his era, who's going to be better? There's not 3 head coaches better than Cal Shanahan. Andy Reid already goated. So who has the most to gain, who has the most to lose is Brock Purdy. He has to solidify his position as one of the best QBs. I was one of the guys up here saying, I don't believe Brock Purdy's an MVP. I've been saying that. I've been saying that Brock Purdy is mediocre at best. I've been saying that, and I'm standing on that. So to your point, Nick, I'm the guy you talking to, and that's why I agree. He ain't shit. But he got to prove that shit. But he got to do at least 2-3 years because that's how good the roster is.
But my thing is like, bro, it's weird to say.
You just want to be contrarian, dog.
No, I'm not.
I'm with you.
I'm not. No. My thing is this. It's weird to say that a QB who leads a team to a Super Bowl is irrelevant, but Brock Purdy is really irrelevant in my eyes because FIFO, I think you would agree with this, he doesn't even have to have a good game to win the Super Bowl, right?
Now you're irrelevant, kid.
He just can't turn the ball over.
He doesn't have to have a good game, right? He don't have to throw for two plus TDs to win him this game. With the roster that he has, he just doesn't have to fuck it up. So the expectations.
What does that even mean, though?
It means
we seen this happen to Peyton Manning. He had a terrible Super Bowl the second time around. We seen this happen to Patrick Mahomes and have a bad Super Bowl and win. Like it doesn't matter if Brock Purdy has a bad game. 10 years from now, when it's one of his 4 Super Bowls or his only one, he's still gonna be a Super Bowl QB. Just like we still talk about Trent Dilfer, we still talk about Brad Johnson, we still talk about all these people.
Do we
who
talk
have
about
won
Nick
Super
Foles?
Bowls. Yeah,
did he
got
jump,
a statue.
Did he jump?
Nick Foles got a statue in Philly.
Did he jump to number 5 the next year?
He didn't. But Nick Foles got a statue in Philly.
Nick Foles never went into the season as hyped as Brock Purdy is.
Purdy
first of all,
I'm just saying.
And second of all, Lou, look at the names that you're putting that you're putting Brock Purdy in. You said Peyton Manning. You said some other legends and shit. If we're saying these things about this guy, how is he not up? You know what I'm saying?
What are we saying?
All right, let's talk about legends, bro, because you know. Outside of a soon-to-be legend in Glock Purdy. Usher. Halftime show.
Yeah, man.
Over under. Will Usher bring out Chris Brown during his halftime show?
Under.
No.
Why would he?
Definitely wouldn't bring out Chris Brown.
No way in hell.
There's absolutely no way they would.
Like,
first off, Usher don't be sharing the stage.
There ain't an amount of money that Chris Brown could pay, the sympathy that Usher could give for him to share his Super Bowl stage with any other R&B singer.
Any other R&B singer, especially
it's
Chris
his
Brown.
moment.
It's the Super Bowl.
It's his moment, bro.
It's a violent sport.
It's his moment.
I think it would fit, right?
It's his moment.
You foul, Ken. You foul as hell. My thing is, hey Lou, I bet $100 that Chris Brown makes an appearance in the Super Bowl.
In the stands?
Just for the fact that
if he got a skybox or something, they're showing.
Just for the fact that that's
singing
the only
along with Usher.
That'd be the only time Chris Brown would ever be on the Super Bowl performance stage.
Oh man!
And I think Usher would give him that ooh.
Why would Usher?
Why?
Usher wouldn't do
because
that.
they cool.
That,
they got a good relationship.
Ain't that cool?
Ain't that much cool in the world?
No, sir.
What you mean?
Jay-Z called me.
No.
Jay-Z called me and asked me
Usher-
did I want to do the Super Bowl. He's not going to ask because I think R&B people are different, man. Like they're
more collaborative.
No, they're not.
Why Chris Brown of all people?
Where did this question come from?
Because think about it. There's guests that make appearances all the time at Super Bowls, right? They
But
always
he got
call it their
13
home.
minutes. He got 13
Chris,
minutes.
that ain't it. That's the 50-yard.
He could do. They could do that song.
Nah.
They got hit records together. They could do.
Nah, he got 13 minutes, bro. He finna
No,
do
Nick.
yeah.
No.
Like all of his hits. Any hit that you got to think. This man just was doing 3 hours in Vegas.
Right. If he brings out anybody, it's gonna be Beyonce
Solo.
or somebody like
Alicia
that.
Keys.
It won't be. Yeah, it will not be.
Hell no, that Beyonce ain't
going.
going. That Beyonce
Yeah,
ain't hit at
Beyonce,
all.
nah.
He better not bring out Taylor Swift.
Chris Brown did 3 hours.
Usher.
I mean,
3
Usher.
hours in Vegas.
He did a 3 hour. He got 3 hours
Every
worth.
night.
Of
He
hits.
has
Yeah,
the
yeah,
residency. He
Ken,
do
he
that
has like
every night.
Ken, he has like 3 classics, bro.
3.
Yeah.
He got 1.
8701 Confessions.
Confessions, My Way.
8701
My
classic.
Way.
My Way's a classic.
Yeah.
I can see
Since
that.
when?
I can see
Since
that.
My Way is the
Shit.
first hit.
Since it came
I may give you 8701.
Let's see how many
We
records
made
My Way
like
sold.
87-1 is legit.
We can name 20 Usher songs right now, bro. Like that. That's easy. That is literally easy work to do.
Like there's nowhere on
When
those
did Usher get 20
and
20
there's
hit
nowhere
records?
on them 20 that Chris Brown's going to be involved.
My
I
Way sold
promise you
6
that.
My
million
Way-
copies.
My Way, you
6
got My
million
Way. The
records.
song,
How many confessions
You
said?
Make Me Wanna, Nights and
Over
Slow.
10.
Like that's 3 hits right
I
there.
got My Way. I just didn't know it was a classic album.
Yeah, it's classic.
You know what?
6
You
million
got it
records.
bad. You
Usher-
remind me. You ain't
Usher-
got to call.
Come on.
Usher got 3. Usher got
15
3
million
classics.
for Confessions.
You agree with the number, the
Yeah.
one's name, Nick, as the classic?
He's just got 3. That's all I know to know.
That's
he
what we
got.
said.
He's
I don't
got
know if they
confused.
classics. I'm not saying classics. I
Confessions,
ain't gonna-
My
but I'm
Way, and
saying hits.
8701.
Yeah. What's on
Confessions is the
8701?
only classic.
Shit.
You remind me. You ain't got to call. I mean, you got it bad. You ain't got to call.
That's 8701.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's a classic.
That's a classic. album.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah,
He
y'all,
got
y'all,
3.
y'all drunk.
Nah,
I
y'all,
think-
I don't know. I think y'all hyping a little bit, bro.
Nah, you
You
tripping
was crazy, kid.
Confessions.
You can easily name
Confessions is the modern
Easy.
day Thriller. Confessions is the
100.
modern day Thriller.
But 8701,
Now you gassing, you
He had 9.
How am I guessing that,
Number 1.
Jalen?
Did you hear what Shelton just said?
No.
He had 9 number 1
Oh,
singles.
Confessions?
No, just 9 number 1 singles.
Singles.
yeah, that's cute.
My thing is,
Raymond versus Raymond got slappers on it too. You got.
all right.
There
Hey,
goes
can't cut
my
his mic.
baby. Can't cut his mic. There goes my baby.
See, this is where kid. This is where I wanted to end the Usher conversation. There, that's why I said he got 3 classic. Let's move on. Because when this nigga talk about Raymond versus Here I Stand, goofy ass nigga, hell no.
Bro,
I didn't know people
I'm
were
saying he got
listening
hits
My
on
Way
all
like
those
that.
albums, bro.
No,
Hits on all those albums.
he's got good records.
That was
He's got
when
good
it jumped
records.
off.
But you thinking Chris Brown out and you trying to draw the line there? You think Chris Brown coming out and sharing some of this sauce? Man, Usher is taking all of them 13
People
minutes,
listen
bro.
to like 3 songs on
Bro,
you.
I'm telling you, Usher gonna do something crazy, bro. He gonna make a statement.
But
he
it'll
gonna
be
do
a
something
female
crazy
artist.
like-
It won't be no male artist.
Put $100. I'm saying put $100 on Chris Brown coming out the stage. I guarantee you making bread on Monday.
I will bet you that.
How much you want? How much?
We can bet $100.
All
that
right,
Chris
man,
Brown don't come out.
I'm gonna collect what I see you when I come to town.
Wait, I'm gonna collect. Just give me my $100.
Nah, nigga, shit. I want that in cash. I'm gonna say,
Yeah,
I said-
Usher had 53 songs on Billboard. That's well over 3 hours.
I want five. I want
talking about
5
good
10s
songs,
and
bro.
25.
These were on Billboard. These songs charted.
Yeah, but high?
Ken, if it
If
makes
they
the hot
charted,
100,
if they chart,
what you talking about?
then that's it.
Being a top 100 don't make it a good song.
9 number 1, 18 top 10, and 53
I don't know what
on
Ken's
the 100
smoking, bro.
list.
Ken-
Yeah, I don't know what Ken's smoking for real.
I'm trying to help y'all out.
No,
So
no,
do-
you're not.
So will this be the best halftime performance since who was the last good one? Bruno Mars.
Snoop and Dre.
I'm gonna name the last
Nah,
one.
the Snoop and Dre one.
Snoop and Dre was alright, super alright. Let's keep it a
That
bean.
was the best
Oh,
one ever.
Why was it just super high?
Can we
Because
go
it
all
was
the way to the end?
because we saw Snoop Dogg crip walk
Climax.
on Super Bowl. That's a legendary moment.
50 was on there.
OMG.
Like, that was a hell of a one.
You talking about Kung Fu Panda?
I ain't even say nothing
That's
about
what he was
it.
built like. That's what he was built like.
Yeah, Usher had some hits. I'm looking down this list. God,
Hey,
I
I think-
scrolled all the way down.
I think Usher will have a great performance. I think it's gonna be the last great one was Bruno Mars, the Super Bowl that the Broncos got their ass kicked.
Alright.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, Usher gonna bring the heat.
Yeah, you gassing that.
What you mean? Maybe hold on. Beyonce brought out Destiny's Child for her
He's
Super Bowl,
definitely
right?
doing an hour of confessions. And then he's patching together the other two.
Nah, he gonna do a lot of medleys. He gonna have you remind
Crazy
me,
kid. You gotta think about the features and all of that. Like
Yo,
they said he was doing 3 hours every night in Vegas.
Trading places. These ain't even the ones on this.
I need to see that set list, bro. I need to send me the set list, man, because I gotta see this.
Big time.
3 hours, man. Bro, that's a lot. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. He must be singing every single minute of those songs or doing extended versions.
It's a lot of everybody saying, "Oh."
It's a lot of performing. You know, he was skating and all that shit through there.
Anyway, man, all right.
Yeah, stripper pose too.
Yeah, that's probably 30 minutes right there. Let's look at the offseason. Do we gonna do our picks now or we're gonna wait? Y'all want to do picks now? No. I see. Never mind. I'm jumping ahead.
2 hours and 2 minutes, 30 songs.
So now it went from 3 hours to 2 hours.
I may have misspoke. It's 2 hours and 2 minutes.
I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm
It's still
tripping.
30 songs, kid.
2 hours makes sense. It makes way more sense than 3 hours, Spike.
But the other hour was the performative stuff. You know, stuff you should see on the like clips and him dancing with girls.
That's
and
cool,
talking.
but I'm just saying when
So
you
that's
say
why you
Usher
get 3
singing
hours.
3 hours,
That's where you
worth
get
of
3 hours from.
hit songs.
But it's 2
32
hours.
He's definitely into
It's 2
the
hours of
B-sides.
32
music.
songs.
It's 2 hours of music.
Okay,
I'm gonna send you the Apple list.
but send me the list. That makes more sense. If you tell me 2 hours, I'm good. When you said 3 hours,
hours
nah.
and 2 minutes.
Now y'all can call me tripping, but I like to firmly believe. Never mind. Anyway, let's move on. Off-season moves, and all y'all in the chat, y'all need to apologize too. Out of these three teams, which one will have a more successful season with their new head coach? Atlanta with Raheem Morris, Washington with Dan Quinn, or Las Vegas with Antonio Pierce?
Ooh. Raheem Morris, Antonio Pierce, or Dan Quinn.
I gotta go Raheem Morris.
Me as well.
Because when we look at Antonio Pierce, love the fact that he got the head coaching job, but we know whenever you do a mid-season change, the team is energized. They played great for him. Not saying that they're not, but I don't know if he's going to have sustained success there, especially with Jimmy G as the quarterback. There's a lot of question marks over there. When we look at Dan Quinn, I've never been a fan of Dan Quinn, number one. That roster isn't one that screams out sustained success. Now, when you look at the Falcons, on the other hand, they're literally a quarterback away. Raheem is going to bring that tenacity on defense. We know that. We know that the defense is going to be even better, and they were pretty good last year. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens in the offseason, what they add to that. There's a lot of rumblings that Russell Wilson comes here. I don't know how that's going to work with this being Future City. That's, a whole nother thing. But I think that the Falcons are more poised out of those three organizations to take the leap to sustainability.
Give me Antonio Pierce. I think Raheem Morris. Wasn't he with whose team was he with? Wasn't he with the Falcons before? And he was doing shit.
He finished the season when the season that Dan Quinn got fired. He went 4-7.
Okay, so he's used to losing. I'm cool on him. Dan Quinn is Dan Quinn, so I'm cool on him. Antonio Pierce. FIFO may poo-poo the fact that he went, what was he like? He had an over 500 record towards the end of that season. He gave the Raiders a lot of hope. And I think they trade up in this first round to get a QB because it's at least 5 of them coming out the draft. I think he'll be poised to do well. Obviously, he's not going to win the division, but I see them having a winning record 9-8. Mike Tomlin certified, stamp as Lou always champion. So it's just I think Washington is going to be shitball because of the division. There's no hope in that. And in Atlanta, to me, they should have got Eric Bieniemy. I'm sorry, but to me, it's get Eric Bieniemy.
We got to give up on that.
And
you the last nigga on that island.
No,
For real.
You and him. Y'all the only two people think that he should have a head coaching job.
I'm only saying that, Lou, because isn't Atlanta just missing a great offensive coordinator as a head coach?
No.
I'm just saying because
No, they're not.
The division is shitball. They almost won the division, even playing shitty. But they have the best weapons of the division and on rookie deals. You know what I'm saying? It's like this would be the best time to try to maximize the most. Maybe you do get Russell Wilson. Maybe you try to do Ritter again. Whatever. It seems like they're just a competent coach and a decent QB away from at least making the playoffs. So to me, it's just like I don't think Raheem Morris is that coach. Antonio Pierce, I've seen him win in a tough division. I don't think the Broncos will be that good. I don't think the Chargers will start off that great. So I think he can be somebody who will surprise a lot of people and get some wins.
Nick, when you talk about the top five, top offense, that's what they need. You talking about Eric Bieniemy. I don't know if you looked at the article.
I seen the article, Ken, and I'm not going. That's Sam Howell as the and Ron Rivera as the head coach. That's what I'm saying. That's not his ship. They were
ranked worse than they were last year.
And he gave Sam Howell, he led the league in passing yards.
Much to the chagrin, I guess, of Washington because they want him to run more. He just wanted to sling it over the ball. Throw the football. What's up?
I was about to say, first of all, Paul. Second of all, Ken, what was the last time the Washington QB led the league in passing yards? You know what I'm saying? It's under Eric Bieniemy's regime.
But that was kind of the issue that they had with him.
Well, shit, what else was that offense gonna do?
He wasn't balanced enough.
They don't have a QB.
Good running backs.
They didn't have a QB, and their running backs is alright. They ain't good. My thing is just give Eric Bieniemy and every I don't care what y'all say.
And then he don't have a quarterback in Atlanta yet, do we?
Bro, there has to be some reason that Eric Bieniemy has gone into all of these rooms and not gotten a head coaching job, Nick.
They got
it's not something that I think he's being shunned upon at this point. I think it's something that they're not seeing in him.
Do you think that Cliff Kingsbury was a better coach than him?
Cliff Kingsbury is not a head coach.
I'm just saying, but he was a head coach during the tenure that we were still having these questions. Like
you have the benefit of speaking from hindsight, though. I'm talking about in the room where you get hired. Like it's something that he not doing in that room where you get hired. Maybe Cliff Kingsbury had a better PowerPoint that Eric Bieniemy was able to put together.
What about the
a lot of white ink.
What about Nathaniel Hackett in Denver when he was the head coach? During that year that we found out Russell Wilson was shit.
Better PowerPoint.
It's over, Nick.
It's over, bro.
Let it go, bro. You sticking on Eric Bieniemy is like everybody trying to get Cap in the league, bro. It ain't gonna happen.
Right. First of all, Ken, we ain't gonna talk about giving up on a black man during Black History Month. That's something that we not gonna do. That's something that I ain't gonna be a part of.
Okay, all right. So, but March right around the corner. We got an extra day too, so you got one more extra day to.
Hey, you can say whatever you want in March. March 1st is free game. We got leap year too, so I got an extra day to talk shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a wrap, and that's my preview for March. Yeah, because I don't know. So I mean, with all that being said, so I mean, what should he just leave? Should he just give up? Go to college? Because is he going to even be able to get an OC job?
I don't see how at this point because.
That's crazy though. I would see he got to be able to get an OC job.
But I'm saying, what else is available right now?
Yeah,
I'm saying this year what's available right now.
Who needs an OC?
Should have the Falcons hired an OC?
I don't think so. Not yet. I haven't heard.
Yeah,
maybe they have.
There was something about the way that
he
piece
can go back
was
to
written.
Kansas City.
There was something about Dan Quinn's comments. It just seemed like they are ready to put an end to every year, media and everybody talking about
Zach
Eric
Robinson.
That's the Falcons.
Yes.
They're ready to put an end to what at the meeting?
Everybody talking about Eric Bieniemy and a head coach job. I think they're about to get him out the league, bro. He better be careful. He better be on his
Ain't technically he already out the league?
Huh?
I say ain't technically he already out the league?
Yeah. If there are no available OC spots, yeah.
So I think it was you, Ken, that posed it. I sometimes look, man, you got to take a step back to try to take 2-3 steps forward. I think that if he proves himself in college, I'm just saying, man. So look, at the end of the day, if Bieniemy's ultimate goal is to become a head coach, and obviously you've had multiple head coaching interviews, you haven't gotten it. You've been associate or assistant head coach 2 times, and you still haven't gotten head coach. Mm-hmm. You're not getting an OC job. Then what does that leave you with? That means take your ass to college, go prove yourself.
Jackson State.
You know what I'm saying?
Dion, go get with Dion.
can work
Wait,
in
he only
Colorado.
hire white coaches. Never mind.
My thing is this: the enemy can't go to college and be an OC. The enemy got to go to college and be a head coach. Do that for 3 or 4 years. Get your recruiting class. Get a quarterback. Get one of these top flight quarterbacks. Get him to the league. You know what I'm saying? Because what's his name? That drafted Kyler Murray. He back. Cliff Kingsbury.
Kingsbury, yeah.
Kingsbury back. You know what I'm saying?
1 year.
Do that. Go do that.
But the thing about it is, I saw Jalen Rose say that he's the NFL's Mark Jackson.
Who, Eric Bieniemy?
Yeah,
You mean Doc Rivers?
Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson.
Doc Rivers can keep his job. No, Eric Bieniemy don't have no job as a head coach. He can't get a head coach.
I feel you. I got you.
So that's why.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying Mark Jackson should get this job. He should get that job. You know,
Doesn't even get consideration.
Yeah, that's another one of the Knicks guys.
yeah.
You know.
And you know I don't root for light skinned niggas like that.
All right. Well, yeah, those are some of the offseason moves. But let's jump to a couple of basketball related topics. The trade deadline is this week, right? 3 days, I think. Okay. All right. There's a lot of players on the Lakers. Word. They sweating. They be waking up at night like that Dwayne Wade commercial. They've been very inconsistent this season.
Very.
And are going to be without Vanderbilt for the next couple of weeks. Should LeBron want to be traded from the Lakers, or should the Lakers trade LeBron? I'm adding something here.
Look, all of the talk is the passive aggressiveness of LeBron James that we've seen for 20 plus years. So him talking to New York, him doing all of that type of stuff is trying to light a fire under the organization to move some guys around. And we've seen it done multiple times. This is not the first time. Should they trade LeBron himself? No, because let's be honest. Ken, what were the Lakers before LeBron got there? Trash. We're talking about the worst winning percentage in the NBA over the course of 5 to 6 years before LeBron got there. Within the first 2 years, they won a championship. And now they're relevant again. Regardless if they're in the play-in team or this, that, and the third, and there's always question marks, at the end of the day, the Lakers are relevant because of LeBron James. You trade him, the hell you have left.
AD.
And AD has been...
That's what you took AD for, right? Like, let's say
They took AD because of LeBron.
Let's say you the GM and Golden State call you up, and they say we'll give you Kuminga, we're gonna give you Clay. That's an expiring contract, and we'll throw what else in to make it right, so the salaries match. And you give us LeBron. Would you do that?
If I'm the Lakers?
Yes. Yeah, you would.
No. What type of draft picks are you putting in there? Because I need about 3 first, 4 first. Then I might do
LeBron's
it.
not worth 3 first round
Not
picks.
3. Yeah, you can have 8 first round pick, not 3.
Bro, he's not worth 3
If you get
first round picks.
Kuminga and you get an expiring
anymore.
Clay where you can go out and get another free agent to help AD, yeah, you can take LeBron. Bye. Go play with Clay and I mean go play with Steph and y'all have a super old team and see what y'all can do in the West. I would definitely do that if I were the Lakers.
To me, LA is always about being win now, and you didn't give me enough win now guys. So I don't know if I take that. And you didn't give me enough ammunition for the future or in the offseason to make even more moves. So I don't know if I take that.
That's
like
crazy.
And Ken,
The star power got to match.
exactly, and that's not enough star power.
Bro, y'all
Clay will be happy he get to take shots again because they won't even let him shoot anymore,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
It's
he
so
been
bad.
benched. It's over.
I saw he had
benched.
9 shot at 2. Like, damn.
Oh, wow.
They were like, hey, man, just pass the ball,
It's
bro.
looking rough for Clay, bro.
Clay is in his Kyle Korver version of his career.
One of y'all said he just need to get his legs back. When I think Nick and I, when we saying
that
he
was 2
wild.
years ago, bro.
it's over. Man.
And he had a
I said
good
that.
season within that, but
They
it's
should've
a wrap
traded-
now.
They should have traded his ass after that damn finals game where he tore his ACL. Got up about that. It's been downhill ever since.
And that's why your name is disrespect.
I'm just trying to keep it being. They should trade LeBron, but it's not going to happen. Because like Sheldon said, there's not going to be enough star power to come back to your team to quantify that trade
But
or
you
to
the Lakers
justify
though.
that.
You're supposed to build stars. That's what we do.
FIFO
build
told
stars?
FIFO told you the last star he
Drafted
tried to
me.
build was Alonzo. What happened to that?
We haven't seen Lonzo in like 3 years.
I don't even play basabball no more, do we?
He
I
said
think he's back to practicing
he's
now.
practicing now, but that's about it. But yeah, his jersey's supposed to be in the rafters.
Yeah.
If you play in LA though, you're supposed to like they can make you into a star, right?
Bro, no.
It don't work
D'Angelo
like that.
Russell didn't happen.
They ain't happened
They
since
feel like
Michael
good
Cooper.
though. Huh?
So that ain't happened since Michael Cooper.
Spike, it don't work like that. Don't continue to rest on what Dr. Jerry Buss sold you, bro. It don't work like that.
It's LA. It's the show, baby. It's showtime.
Yeah, and then they don't get they hadn't had a top draft pick since.
All that says to me is somebody who is starting to watch basketball more since we're about to be through the season. This AD is not doing his job. Because at this stage in his career, he should be the number one person on the team.
He should be.
I ain't got to worry about an old
passed.
LeBron. Yeah, y'all can trade an old. He should go in the office and tell him to trade old LeBron. This is my team now.
That time has passed.
Yeah.
He's proven
He's not that guy.
Yeah, he's proven he's a robber.
They wasted a trade for him. Then.
Well, no,
they got a title.
They got a title.
Yeah,
out of it.
They got the bubble ring.
They
Yeah.
got the bubble ring.
And-
They got a
and-
ring pop.
They got a ring.
And they went to the Western Conference Finals last
They
year.
got a ring pop.
You know what I'm saying? So
and they won the in-season tournament. Like whip-de-doo.
And they went to the Western Conference Final last year.
I'm saying, but right now we're talking
got
about them
swept.
still in the same position though. They brought AD in so they didn't have to worry about this every year. Every year they talking about this with the Lakers. Oh, do they need to bring somebody in? And LeBron being passive aggressive for the last 3 years. And what happens?
But look. Let's give AD props where we got to give him props. He's only missed 3 games this year, and that was the biggest.
And they
question.
still sorry?
Huh?
And they still sorry?
And that says a lot to what AD is. He's inconsistent. He's not a consistent superstar.
If I'm AD, I could go in that office and be like, y'all got me playing with a 37-year-old, 21-year.
That's outplaying you.
Get him out of here.
Right.
But he's outplaying you.
Outplaying
Get him out
Talk
of
about
here.
my office.
They're not gonna say
Get him out of
You
here.
can't do that. You can't walk in there and say that when they're gonna pull up the stat sheet and like,
Yeah.
what?
Right. They're gonna be looking at
This
it.
37-year-old
Looking
outplaying
over
you,
the
bro. Get the hell
glass.
up out of here. What the hell is you talking
I
about?
think that I don't think they're gonna make moves. I don't think they need to trade LeBron at all. But if I was going to do it, he would be the one I would get rid of. Because LeBron only has a year or so left. How are we really gonna win a championship anytime soon? And I'd rather just go with AD, bro.
Yeah, nah, and that's the reason why you will lose. LeBron,
Why not? I'm losing now.
LeBron is averaging 7.44 points per game in the fourth quarter, which is the highest in his entire career, which is freaking ridiculous. And he's averaged 6.1.2 points per game or more in the fourth quarter 4 times in his career, and he's scoring the most now.
What do they win loss averages?
My thing is, you don't. To be honest with you, FIFA, you don't want him doing that at this stage. You don't want him to have to do as much as he's doing. At some point, you got to start developing the youngest.
No, but here's the thing about the Lakers, right? We know that the Lakers don't develop.
Right.
They don't develop.
So that's
they
why
buy
I
their
would trade
players.
LeBron now and get some people that I could get in and start getting the players in, or have capital where I can get the players where I don't have to develop.
But the Lakers don't. Look, regardless of whatever the hell they do, Shelton, I agree with you. You shouldn't be relying upon a 40-year-old LeBron to be the catalyst as to the reason why you win or lose. LeBron should be the cherry on top. He shouldn't be the whole milkshake. He should, you know what I'm saying? Like it should be like, oh, y'all could barely beat us, and then when LeBron do what he do, it's like, damn, we're putting teams away. We're winning by 12, 15 points every night. That's not the case. That's not a LeBron thing.
Here's the thing, FIFO. AD's the youngest out of the two. AD has way more ahead of them than LeBron does. Yes. Yes, he does. So get LeBron out of here. Let's get something back in return and let AD be the guy moving forward. We don't have to go get or hunt for another superstar in this day and age, because they're going to be hard to find. But at least we got a guy. At least we'll be relevant to us for a while.
But what does that look like, Ken? Because when he was even younger, his numbers were even better. The team that was built around him barely made the playoffs.
That team wasn't really built around him, though.
Are the Lakers never going to build around AD? Like, they only got, 1 year left with LeBron? At some point, that's going to be the reality that we have to build around AD, right?
But
why not get something?
Are the moves that they made, was it not constructed to be around AD and LeBron?
There was more LeBron.
What do you mean? The same things.
Right now, and you're saying that they should do something besides trade.
The same things that make LeBron great around him is the same things that'll make AD great around him. What's the difference?
So why not get more talented things around AD with the leverage that you get for trading LeBron? Because it's over.
But what are you going to get in return?
My only thing is, once again, what you going to get in return? You're going to need star power because it's LA, but you do need to put shooters around whoever you got in there.
The star power, I think y'all are overrating the star power as far as what you would need back. I'm not questioning how big of a star LeBron James is. I wouldn't dare do that. But y'all talking about what you would need back for it. If the GM of the Lakers is more concerned about winning, I would assume, than star power. I got the star in AD. If I get a trade that makes sense for LeBron James, regardless if it's a big enough name as LeBron James, I should take that trade. There should be no thought about that.
Okay, so then tell me a package of players that makes sense. Because there's in today's
the one that I just told you.
It's going to take more than Kuminga and.
They ain't getting no Kuminga. They like Kuminga now.
I get an expiring contract.
I
get an expiring contract. I get a young player like you said with Kuminga. Clay's contract is gone next year, so I can sign a free agent. And you probably got to throw one more player in there and a pick. Why wouldn't I do that?
What's up, Nick?
Lou, you got to slap yourself for saying that.
What's that?
Because who the hell would ever think about trading LeBron James for Kuminga?
The Lakers?
Are you kidding me? The fuck out of here.
You getting Kuminga and you getting Clay and you getting the draft pick?
First of all, fuck draft picks. That Lakers don't care about that. Second of all,
Warriors gonna be sorry.
You need at least a Paul George name or a Kawhi Leonard name in a conversation.
You're not gonna get that.
I'm just saying, like, you gotta have a name where somebody who's like, oh, okay, I at least can build around something with this. He brings some. He can sell some type of tickets. Ain't nobody buying Kuminga in LA, bro. I'm sorry.
They're buying AD. That's the point. We moving on from whatever else.
AD's a Robin.
AD LeBron.
AD is a Robin.
AD has to be a Batman, though. If I feel like that I've done the right thing in bringing him to LA, it was so he could take over for LeBron. Yes, you're buying AD, Kuminga, Clay, and then next year I can sign Adam Levine or whoever it is that people get hype about each year in free agency. That's what you're buying.
You said Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. All right, man. All right, let's move on, bro.
Go ahead. Because you talked about the Lakers potentially just going into the free agent market right next year. Yeah. I'm gonna name you some of the free agents that are going to be there next year. Adam Levine, one of them. Zach Levine. So
we know Adam Levine.
Tyrese Maxey's going to be a restricted free agent, meaning that if the Lakers offer him, Philly's going to they're going to max him out. He's going to stay in Philly. Paul George, right? If you get rid of LeBron,
right,
and now you free up that cap space, you think that Paul George is going to want to jump ship from the other LA team?
Part of AD job.
Clippers winning it all.
Part of AD job. That's what I brought you here for. A big guy. Go find you somebody to play with. He's right here up the street. Cool. Y'all play in the same arena. Go recruit him.
Pascal Siakam. He's gonna be a free agent. Is he a LeBron replacement? No.
Hell no.
Obviously LeBron. Drew Holiday.
No.
Do the Boston Celtics trade Drew to go get LeBron?
It's Paul George. You already said the person. That would be him.
DeMar DeRozan. Emmanuel Quickley. James Harden. OG Anunoby. Nick Claxton. D'Angelo Russell. Malik Monk.
I don't understand this art. I mean, this exercise.
What I'm saying is that it's always nice, quote unquote, to have salary cap space to go make a free agent splash. But out of the people that are named, there's only two people that's even worth it.
That's the GM job, though. Like, you have to look 2 or 3 years ahead. Like, why would I stay with LeBron James? No, you know how that story gonna end, bro. You're supposed to give yourself a couple of more years
because
every
LeBron
year.
James still gives you the best opportunity to win a championship.
No, he's not, bro. That's what we're talking about. They in 10th place.
So the people that I named give you a better opportunity?
No. It gives me a better opportunity to keep my job.
If you pair them together,
I get younger. I get more chances. I get more draft picks. I make more moves.
This ain't football.
LeBron James, just one move that can be made, bro.
This ain't football.
It's not like that.
My thing is, no, Lou, I was just saying, this ain't football. That's a football logic. My thing is, the reason why I say that is because I agree with you. They should trade LeBron, but you can't because this is basketball. And basketball is all about the names and the faces. And yes, LeBron's doing great stats, but Lou, like you said, it's going to lead to shit. Because he was throwing up great stats last year and they got swept. So my thing is...
In the Western Conference Finals, though.
Oh, okay, that's fine. They got swept. And when you're talking about moving forward, it's the snake eating its tail. The Lakers know they ain't got no other options, but this is their best option. So they just laying that. They gonna lay down with LeBron. They gonna draft Bronny. Even though everybody in Austin Reeves, if Austin Reeves say your son's shitty, your son might be shitty. Like everybody and their mama saying your son ain't that shit, but you gonna still draft his ass because you want him to stay with the Lakers. You want to milk the whole LeBron experience as much as possible. Pause.
All right. Well, anyway, I think as long as they don't, I think once the trade deadline is over, if they don't make any moves, you'll see the Lakers surge once everybody settle down and be like, oh shit, we still got a job.
It always happens.
Yeah. They just treading water right now. But yeah. So, but hey, man, y'all need to be paying attention to the Clippers. But we'll get into that later.
Hey, can you speak my language right now, boy?
Shit, the biggest choke artist all on one team.
Hey,
okay.
man, I don't know. This year look different, FIFO.
That's the only one, Nick. But playoff P,
Kawhi's choked.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
but not
Ken.
like them other ones.
Don't do that. Ken. When did Kawhi choke, Ken? When did he choke?
I mean, you saw it. The 3-1 lead, he couldn't get it done in the fourth quarter either.
He got hurt. He got hurt.
He did get hurt.
He got hurt that series, man.
Well, that's how he be choking.
Nah, you don't choke when you get hurt, Ken.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Well, speaking of choking, if the Lakers lose in the first round of the playoffs this year, the Thunder lose in the first round of the playoffs this year, will that season be looked at as a failure
This is a sick question.
for the organization?
This is a sick question. Just say you don't believe in the Thunder.
What are you talking about,
Just
Ken?
say you don't believe in the Thunder.
These are
Like, what do you
questions.
mean?
These are questions.
Say I don't believe in the Thunder. Do y'all?
Dude, these are the questions that are coming out of the atmosphere, bro. I don't control it.
The only atmosphere they're coming from is inside that big old African dome of yours. That makes
That's
no
what he called
absolute
it.
sense. Look, it's not a failure because did they make the playoffs last year? No. And now, are they still the number one seed? I haven't looked at
Yes,
the
they
race.
are. And to answer your question, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yes, they are.
I'm sorry because
No, go ahead.
I was looking at it, and thinking about it, and say my bad. But yeah, I think it is though, FIFO. Because if you're the number one seed, regardless of what you did in the past, we just talking about this year. You're playing against a play-in team. You should be able to win that series. If you can't win that first round, then that says something.
So right now,
Playing it's the 7 through the 10 teams.
Yes.
yeah.
So you're talking about the Pelicans, the Mavericks, the Lakers, and the Jazz.
They can lose. They can lose
Yeah,
to 3 out of 4 of those teams.
Who?
They can lose to the Lakers in the series. They can lose
They
to the
definitely lose to
Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Definitely Pelicans, and they can lose to the who was the team?
Mavs.
outside of that?
Mavericks and the
They can
Jazz.
lose to Luka and Kyrie. Come on.
They sure could.
Yeah, no, they could. And the reason why I said it's not a failure, and the reason why I brought up did they even make the playoffs the year before, when you go from nothing to number one and you have no playoff experience. Name me a guy on that roster that has playoff experience. All them dudes got Similac on their breath, bro.
For the Thunder?
Huh?
For the Thunder?
Yeah, on the Thunder. Like I always say it. You gotta have playoff success, you have to have been there before. You have to taste that defeat to understand what the magnitude, what the intensity, what the crowd, what all of that is like.
And you want that to happen in the first round?
I don't want that to happen in the first round. What I'm saying is the reason why I don't call it a failure is because, look, to expedite the process, if you've never been there, you got to have some veterans on the roster. They have none. They don't have any veterans that have played multiple playoff appearances. They don't. So when they get in those situations, what experience do you draw on?
Bro, they lose in the first. They can't lose in the
They
first
can't.
round.
Yeah.
They
Number
can't,
one
but
seed
I don't think it's a
cannot
failure.
I mean, you don't have the experience to be number one in number one seed in the NBA all this year, but you're there. And like I said, you be playing the weakest team in the playoffs. You have to win that game.
You know the reason why I disagree with that, right? If you look at all of the past champions, look at the average age of the roster. It's always older. It's always 30 plus.
That's fine.
We ain't talking about
But you
winning
got to lose in the
championship,
second
We're talking
round,
about
bro. You
beating the first round.
you lose
team.
in the first round, it's a failure.
Look, Sacramento a year or two ago, weren't they were a top 3 seed and they lost in the first round.
They weren't the number one seed.
I understand that, but they were still a top 3 seed.
Context matters. Ain't that what you always screaming?
I understand. And the context that I'm bringing is that they were a young team with no playoff experience. They went against
Were they
Golden
the-
State
The 2 seed?
and they lost.
Were they the 2 seed or the 3 seed?
They were either 2 or 3. I know they weren't number 1. I think Denver was number 1. But they were 2 or 3. Dominating teams all year. And what happened when they went in the playoffs? They didn't have no playoff experience to draw from. That's the only reason why I'm saying it's not a failure, because you go from not a playoff team to number 1, and then you're going to play an experience. Luka's been through the playoff ringer. Kyrie's been through the playoff ringer. If we look at AD and LeBron been through the playoff ringer. What was that third team that we said that?
The Jazz.
Nobody. Yeah, no, they could beat the Jazz. If they get the Jazz, if they lose to the Jazz, it's a failure.
Right now. As we speak, they're losing to the Jazz. I know it's regular season, but my point is the Jazz can't beat this team.
They can.
Not in the series, though.
They can. Because they had the talent. They had the talent, bro.
John Collins got playoff experience.
Yeah, I don't mean that. But who the big white boy that they got from Chicago? I can't think of his name. Marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been balling. We know Jordan Clarkson. Yeah. Jordan Clarkson has playoff experience.
Colin Sexton has really been playing well.
He has. He been listening to the podcast. So that man, he gonna be out the league. But now he balling. You know what I'm saying? So no, I think the Jazz could beat them, but that's the team that they should beat if they see them.
So wait, the biggest. You're saying the inexperience is the biggest because you were Oklahoma City. Like you said, they were going to be good coming into the season, right? Mm-hmm. So are you saying the inexperience is the reason that they could lose to these bottom barrel teams?
Yeah. I always say
because they have the talent. Like you talking about Chet, and you talking about like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, like all these people that you name, like SGA, like is killing them right now. So in a series, you take best player first and then best team.
You know what SGA hasn't had to deal with? One team, one coaching staff zoning in on you, taking away everything that you want to do. And now you got to go to options C, D, E, and F to beat this team.
Which these are people that are good, though, like Jalen Williams, like Luke Holmgren.
But again, I've stood on this. I've stood on this for 10 plus years that we've been doing Dennis Sports, and 9 times out of 10, I'd be right.
Mm-hmm. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. You don't talk basketball, bro. Football season over. Hey, Jalen, you could cut off his box. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for Nick.
Your percentages ain't 90%, my nigga. You just admitted that Colin Sexton is better than what you thought. Goofball.
It's still a better take than you saying that Steph Curry can't get his own shot. So you done. At the end of the day, when it comes to playoff basketball, it comes to experience, and I think that an experienced team is going to beat a more talented, inexperienced team in the playoffs. It always is going to happen. The history does not lie. The championship teams typically are 30 plus.
The thing about championship teams, don't tell the 30 plus teams are not usually the number one seed. The younger teams, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So you got that's a reversal of fortune. But to be in the number one spot, you have to win that first round. No matter what, if you don't, it's a disappointment. Now, I understand what you're saying. It's not as much of a shocker if it's them as opposed to somebody else. But the fact that you're number one, you have to win.
I understand. It puts a lot of pressure on you. Yes. But let's look at the last time OKC was a relevant team going to the finals and stuff. When they had Russell Westbrook, they had KD, they had James Harden, they had Serge Ibaka. They had a big four that was all drafted by Sam Presti, by the way, that still drafted all of these guys and made the moves for these guys. So, Ken, I want you to eat that crow. However, when they started making the playoffs, if you look at the 4-year run, they lost the first round. Came back next year, lost the second round. Came back, lost the Western Conference. Came back and lost in the finals. You have to take steps. You're just not going to go from super talented young team to conference championship.
Yeah, but losing in
the
first round
Thank you.
Different for you.
Thank you.
Regardless of all of that.
I'm not putting my money on it. That's cool. That's nice. I'm not, depending on who they play, I'm not putting my money on that.
Okay. Then you don't believe irrelevant the regular season for the NBA.
I believe in their inexperience, Nick. If inexperience in playoff basketball doesn't win you shit.
Lou gave you the 4 teams that they could possibly, if the season ended today, more than likely those still are the 4 teams that will still be around. You're willing to not bet on the number one seed? What standard do we have in basketball then? If a number one seed can't be
the regular season is irrelevant. What are we doing at like it?
Because FIFA, like you said this whole time you expect them to have a good season, all that other shit, get to the playoffs, Sam Presti the GOAT, whatever the fuck. If he can't beat the Jazz, the Mavs, the Lakers, or the Pelicans, then how do you grade success with this team? That's all I'm asking.
First and foremost, going from last year into this year, I said success for them, just make the playoffs.
Because your expectations low.
No, my expectations hella low. But again, 10 plus years, I stand on this. A young, talented, inexperienced team is not going to win shit. Their best thing is to make the playoffs, to get a taste of what it is. Now, Shelton, I agree with you. Being the number one seed puts a lot more pressure on you because you should. It comes with expectation. Shit, you're young, you're playing the bottom feeder team, you should win. I'm just not putting my money on it, especially if it's Dallas, if it's the Lakers. Utah, they should beat. But Dallas and the Lakers,
So you think
it's a
they're
bad
going to
matchup
lose
for
to
them.
those two?
Well,
To the Lakers or to, yeah.
Let me ask you this before we get into our Super Bowl picks. Just real quickly, would you put your money on a team in the Eastern Conference beating Denver in the NBA Finals? And if so, who is that team?
The only team that I put money on to compete with Denver is Boston.
I don't. It's
That's the only team.
It's Milwaukee. Milwaukee at their best. Because Giannis can cancel out Joker to a certain extent.
Nobody cancels out Joker.
You know why I'm shocked, Nick? Because you know who their coach is?
His favorite.
A good doctor.
I was going to say, you saying
They
Doc,
0-3 since Doc Rivers got there.
Doc can beat them?
No way.
Yes.
They 0-3.
No, they won a game.
I was gonna
When
say
they
Sheldon.
win.
I was gonna say Sheldon is the. I get what you're saying, but who's the Boston's Celtics head coach? Mozzarella? Fuck out of here! I ain't believing that nigga. At least
They
Doc
beat the
won.
Mavericks.
I'm going off of Doc won a title.
Boston got the best chance.
But wait, hold on. He using that argument now. You using that?
What'd he say?
got
What's in that
title.
cup, Nick? Now get the fuck out of here.
What did he say?
He said at least Doc won a title. Where he
And beat out though, right?
Embiid is out.
Yeah.
But he's coaching Milwaukee. Doc is coaching Milwaukee.
Excuse me, Dan.
So at the end of
That
the
is
day,
funny.
I think Boston's best is better than Milwaukee's best right now. And the main reason why I say that is their top 3-4 guys is better than the Bucks' top 3-4 guys. At the top two, I give Milwaukee that. But then once we start going into the depth, Boston is better.
I get that based off of talent. I agree, but in the situations when you need the players the most, I've seen Giannis take the team on his back and do what he has.
And I seen Doc lose 3-1 leads. I seen Doc beat up in playoff series and lose them series.
That's why I'm not. I wouldn't. That's why I'm saying I'm not expecting them to win. I'm just saying.
But why you pick them?
Because they had more championship experience than the Celtics. They won.
But the Celtics
And Tatum didn't show up in the finals.
I don't
Giannis
disagree
did.
with
They
that.
have experience now.
Giannis did.
I don't disagree with that. But again, Tatum has way more help now than ever.
Bro, KP, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Bro, have you been watching basketball?
Bro, KP ain't
To
Holiday can stop,
disregard.
Dave.
No, I'm gonna say this right now. KP ain't gonna make it to by the finals if they get there. KP gonna be on the bench.
Let Super Bowl picks, man. Super Bowl picks, bro.
If SVA lead them to the number one seed in the West, should he be MVP?
SVA, who the hell is that?
SGA.
What SGA?
Stand back
I knew it sounded wrong coming out. That was like V.
Look, I said like 4 wrong names in one segment. One segment.
This
If he get
nigga,
them number one, should he be MVP?
hey, Sheldon, this
He is
nigga,
struggling, bro.
Sheldon, this nigga thought Doc was still in Philly.
I did say MVP.
What you been drinking on? Oh man,
This nigga said he said a CVS play. Is he gonna make the All-Star game? Nigga?
I don't think it automatically makes him the MVP. He definitely should be in contention. He should be top 2, top 3 candidate. But I don't think he should automatically get it though. To me, right now, if the season ended today, it would be Embiid.
He ain't gonna play no. He can't play.
He ain't playing
I know.
65
No, wait,
games.
hold on. That's why I said if the season ended today,
But that couldn't happen.
it would be, huh?
That couldn't happen because he
I
can't.
understand, but we're talking to right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Embiid, and obviously I know he's going to be out for an extended period of time. He's going to get surgery on his left knee, his meniscus. It is what it is. It's not going to be. It shouldn't be a huge thing, but he's going to miss time, and he's not going to play 65 games. But if it ended today, and that was it, Embiid today is the MVP over SGA.
So he's played the best this season, but who?
Huh?
So he's played the best this season.
In my opinion, yeah.
Give the MVP to SGA.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he
So
gonna
right
win
now-
OKC.
I would. To be the number one seed, bro. With the roster he has around here.
Have you looked at Embiid's numbers? They're historic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Historic.
But he's not, is he number one seed?
So wait, hold on. So now we're saying that the number one seed is MVP.
No, well that's how
because Russell Westbrook won it being a 7 seed.
I mean, he averaged a triple double,
and nobody's doing what Embiid is doing ever. Like, so what is we talking about?
Well, first of all, win it though. He can't win it. That's all we're saying. Is
Embiid ain't doing shit right now.
65 games.
He ain't doing shit right now.
65 games. So
35-11 and damn near 6 on 53.
So y'all niggas don't watch.
He's not going to play 65 games, so it's
6.
irrelevant point.
Yeah,
Right?
FIFA. I agree with you that if he played
in a tougher Western Conference,
if he played the whole season, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I agree.
But
with
anyway,
you,
Embiid's done. Yeah. Let's get into the picks, man, and we'll do super chats and we'll get out of here. All right. Who I want to start with? Oh, never mind. I forgot. I don't host the segment. That's Spike.
Well, the graphic. Jalen said he couldn't do the graphic, so
gone.
He said he could do the graphic, so we had to skip it. He texted me.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do picks. FIFO, who you got?
And score. Add the score too.
Add the score. Okay, hold on. Give me my homeboy. That's who's gonna win it. Score is gonna be 23-28.
4 to okay. 4, okay. All right. So you got the Chiefs. Shelton.
give me the Chiefs.
Damn, they gonna lose. No, I'm playing.
And the score is 27-17.
Ooh, 10-point game.
All right. So
27-21. Change it anyway, because I was thinking 21. No, keep it. I'm not changing.
all right.
Don't go back to that nigga, bro.
Yeah, I'm not changing. I was about to change it, but I ain't changing.
Gonna say next week. He gonna say I said it was 10
Nah,
points.
I won't.
That's what he gonna say.
I won't. 27-17.
He gonna
You
say
heard it here
watch,
first.
I told you it was this points for
You heard it here first.
You good, Sheldon. Golly, you good, man.
Who you got, Spike? I already know.
I got the Chiefs 24-20.
24-10?
24-20.
Oh.
24-20.
Damn.
Yeah, 24-20.
Shitted on Kyle Shanahan.
No, Brock will be driving to win the game, but won't come through. 24-20.
All right. Nick. Hold on, I gotta put you on screen.
No, because Ken, you know what I want to do. Because something tell me this is a white man luck year. But I'm gonna stick to it's Black History Month. I gotta stick to my people. So I'm going Chiefs 31-21.
Where the
So
black
we
at?
jinxed him.
31?
Where the black at, Nick?
You seen his daddy. That's what his daddy.
Oh yeah, he get it. Hey, he'll get it no other time. He get it now.
He get it now. His daddy there. He playing for his daddy. His daddy locked up.
Yeah.
He gonna come limping out the tunnel like Willis Reed, his daddy, on Super Bowl Sunday, fresh out the pen.
But I'm nervous about this Super Bowl because I feel like it's white man luck coming up.
Yeah, I feel like since all of us picked the Chiefs,
Yeah,
as usual,
it's gonna be some good.
when everybody picks somebody,
Pick it.
I have not
let's
picked.
see who you got.
And Nick, I know what month it is, bruh.
Oh, here we go.
But I think that I feel like this has been scripted for Shanahan. It's been a lot of firsts, man. First time coming back in the fourth quarter, you know the record. You spewed it out. Brock Purdy completed his first 2 comebacks. It seemed like everything is just lining up for them to win. They're winning games and they're in situations they've never been in or have never succeeded before. In since they've been coaching and playing. And I think that run will continue. I got the Niners winning 27-20. think that Patrick could get 2 touchdowns. There'll be 2 field goals. CMC will probably score 2. 1 rushing, 1 off of screen pass or something.
CMC has to score 2. That's how they've been coming back and winning these games. He scored 2 touchdowns.
Well, it wasn't last time, but and then
he scored twice in the last game.
And then and yeah, I think Purdy will put 1 on the board somehow, some way.
He gonna give 1 up too. I got Purdy throwing at least 1 to 2 picks.
They got to catch him.
The Chiefs gonna catch him this day. Somebody gotta catch him. Goddamn.
They haven't so far, Nick. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, there's been interceptions all over the field, and they haven't caught one yet.
I haven't seen a DB. Literally, it's like Sheldon. He be throwing it right here. It's right.
Yeah.
It's right here. He be like,
Yeah. But that's how it was that year with what his name? Matthew Stafford. He kept throwing all them picks, and
he had those comeback wins. Yep.
Yeah.
He threw one in the Super
Remember
Bowl.
the San Francisco DB? It hit him in the hands, and he dropped it. That would have
the-
changed the game.
Oh,
That would
I
have
remember
won.
that.
That would have won the game for the 49ers.
Yeah.
He threw a pick in the Super Bowl against the Bengals too.
Yep. So yeah. So that's it. That's what we got. So I'm the only one going Niners. Whew, I hate it.
I can't believe that, Ken.
Why not?
I don't
You,
blame him.
'cause-
I don't
yeah.
blame him for it though. It's something about this season where it's like Kyle Shanahan be like, "Damn, I don't even know how we won this shit."
Yeah.
But Ken been riding white all season.
Pause.
How? I had Lamar going to the Super Bowl. It's not my fault he fucked around and fucked up the church's money.
Riding white was crazy.
Shit, I bet on the blackest person in the league to get to the Super Bowl. The MVP did all that shit for nothing.
He did all that chucking and jiving for the game.
Oh man! All right.
Spike said he got Brad Purdy going down.
Shit. And y'all betting on white too? don't get it twisted.
Chill out, kid. We talking about his baby, then yeah, not him. His daddy black.
Oh man,
His daddy black.
All right, let's run through these super chats real quick and let us know who y'all got. I know some of y'all been putting in the chat, but let us know who y'all got. And on Twitter and Facebook and Twitch. Jordan, which team is making next year that didn't make it this year?
The Chargers.
team. Man, you putting a lot on
Hey,
Harbaugh, bro.
Harbaugh is that
Overrated.
dude.
I heard that Harbaugh is really after Saquon too. Saquon,
Yeah, and I want
he wants Saquon to be a Charger so bad.
That will make a difference.
I want good things for Saquon, so bring
Well,
it on.
nah, that's like Eckler. Your number one back.
You got the number 1 back already.
Hey. Every year things change, Lou.
You better get that cup. Oh, the game's tied, by the way. OKC and Utah. Teams making it that didn't this year.
Teams making it that didn't this year.
Jaguars.
I can see that. A healthy Trevor Lawrence.
It's Bengals and Chargers.
You better hope it's Bengals.
What you mean better? We coming back. Hey, look, watch out for Cincinnati next year. That's all I got to say. But it ain't gonna be all I got to say because you're gonna hear me all season. Zach Taylor proved he a good coach. Ain't that right, FIFO? Yeah, go ahead. Sit back.
What you got,
again.
FIFO?
Damn, that's a good one.
You got one?
What
So you still
team?
thinking?
I'm thinking.
All right.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Well, we can move on to the next one. I'll let y'all think about it.
I'll go with the Bengals though. I think that's the easy pick.
Yeah, I think the Bengals and the Chargers is the easy pick. I was trying to think of NFC, and I
Y'all
just
think
can't.
I don't
the
think
Bears?
Chargers is that-
The Bears?
No, hell no.
Nah, Caleb
No.
is not gonna take him to the playoffs in 1 year.
And Caleb is
no
not
matter
going
what
to
the
So,
quarterback-
so you think it's a foregone conclusion
No
that it's
matter
going
what
to be
quarterback
Caleb?
they have, they're not going to the
Yeah,
playoffs.
the Bears would be stupid. The Bears would be stupid not to make. I wouldn't do it, but the Bears would be dumb not to pick Caleb and restart the whole rookie contract and bring somebody else in and shit like that.
It depends on what you get compensation-wise for.
You can get a second round pick with Fields at least.
Dragon
around,
Knight
get a player.
Steelers made the playoffs.
There ain't nobody giving up no first round pick for Justin Fields, bro.
Fuck around. It depends on how desperate the team is. We never thought that.
Nah, nobody's that desperate.
Exactly. Nobody's that desperate. No,
Nobody's that
100%. Because if I'm willing to give up a first round pick for Fields, I'll just take one of these
move
quarterbacks
up.
in the
Yeah.
first round.
Kev Timothy, Dame went out east and still somehow not even a top 3 guard in the East this season. Brunson, Halliburton, and D. Mitch have cleared him this season.
D. Mitch.
The Cavs just went like,
Don't do that.
I thought the
Don't do
Cavs
that.
just went like 12
He's
straight.
having a great season, bro.
Yeah,
That's just won like 12 straight.
Where they rank?
The Cavs?
Yeah.
They just won like 12 straight games.
Yeah.
Where they rank?
I can read this super chat. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Lewis sent this in.
Read that one,
Donovan
Mitch.
Mitchell is in a class of his own, 13-1 in the last 14, and a large chunk of that was without Garland or Mobley. Booker need KD and still don't have the same record.
If FIFO, Mr. Watch more basketball than anybody, the Cavs are
Right.
number 2 in the East.
Okay.
Go ahead, let him play. Yes. Again.
But y'all had like, they won 13 straight.
Yeah.
They
and
climbed.
that's not
there.
sustainable. Exactly. Because them motherfuckers
They
was like,
they
they
were
was
People
struggling.
say where they at because he thought they were still that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh, you
saying.
thought he was still
I
down
did.
there. Okay.
Yeah,
Show-
well, I didn't think that they were number 2. I didn't think that they were number 2.
Sheldon,
I
Sheldon,
didn't
Sheldon, does that sound like 9 out of 10 to you?
Hey, that's the first
The
thing I've been
wrong
wrong
way.
about.
The wrong way.
First thing I've been wrong about.
Donovan Mitchell, Dame old now, bro.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And come on, like he's getting acclimated to a new situation.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I'm just
No,
saying.
he's still putting up numbers, Nick. But I just to put this to wait. Let me go back to it. To write this like that's like a knock on him. It's like, all right, Brunson is playing well. Halliburton is that dude, and D. Mitch is okay.
Did you know that Halliburton is the 3rd all time in the NBA with 15 plus assists and 0 turnovers? 3rd all time.
And Nick, I even said that Dame went out. I put this in the chat. Dame went out east and went to Milwaukee like he was in Siberia, man. Nobody really talking about him like that. He's still playing well, but in terms of, I feel like I don't see people talking
That's
about Dame
not-
time this, Dame time that.
That's not what I'm upset about. I'm talking about the D. Mitch disrespect, Ken. I don't give a damn about Dame.
So Ken, do you think that could be part of Milwaukee, like it not being a major market?
We hear about Greek Freak all the time, though.
No, we don't.
We don't hear about Greek Freak
Not all the time, not throughout.
Been
Not
talking
during the
about him
season.
since he won, bro.
He
He gets highlights and stuff like that.
He gets highlights and
coverage,
stuff, but we talk about Greek Freak when it comes playoff time,
Nah.
but not in the regular season.
I'm talking about just casual
Yeah,
to
nah.
semi-cat. Nah.
okay.
The NBA has will probably, but shit, maybe.
Yeah.
But nah, he don't get looked at like that.
And Nick, look, let me ask you: do you feel where does D. Mitch rank overall? Is he a top 10 player to you?
Top 15.
Top 15?
Moving on, let's see. 49ers winning because Jalen and Patty would do a repeat for the next Super Bowl when Jalen is having a healthier season.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy.
That's your
Nick
burner?
Sirianni is going through it, bro.
That's your burner?
He is, huh?
That's your burner?
No. Now Tracy real.
Man, Kellen Moore is not going to coach y'all in no Super Bowl.
Who?
Kellen Moore, the OC.
She just like Jalen Hurts. She thinks that's her husband in her mind. That's
My-
not you.
Man, I read this article about Sirianni, bro. Because even when I know you was screaming about the coordinators and stuff, and they changed coordinators, he still kept running around talking about this my offense, and bearing the brunt of that, bro. I don't know, bro. I think mentally he might be.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, he's
done.
Yeah, he's
If they start out,
lost a lot.
If they start out like 0-4 or something like that, 0-5, he fired. They get
gonna
Yeah,
call
the
it.
team got his back. Though.
Oh,
A lot of
yeah.
the players have been speaking highly of
If
him.
they start 2-2, he gonna get fired.
But they made all these moves just because they couldn't fire him because he just came off of the Super Bowl.
Right.
That Super Bowl saved him.
It did.
But they turned on Doug Peterson like that a little bit too.
And Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Andy Reid
real.
lasted the longest. But anyway,
Philly heartless, boy.
hey man, they don't give a damn, bro. Ken and Spike / flop Purdy equals Shalen / Jalen Hurts. I don't know
I
how.
don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. I guess he's saying that
They both
we
cheeks.
speak up for flop Purdy like you did for Jalen Hurts, but I don't
Oh, y'all.
recall us ever overhyping him.
No one ever said he was better than
Both
me.
of them in the Super Bowl.
That is true.
But you said Jalen Hurts was good. We never said block.
He is good.
We never said he was good.
He is.
Anyway, shout out to Rob. Oh, Rob. I already replied to you on Patreon about a private feed for Spotify. So I'm gonna work that out. Tracy G, boom, big money. We need a Q and FIFO discussion on the NBA being a failure. Dame to the Bulls, Giannis, Nets, LeBron as far as terrible GM, and Warriors tension with Clay. And I was right. Embiid is not an MVP player, and they rigged him getting that award. Happy New Year. I'll see if I can set that up.
Yeah.
Nick, did you send Tracy some shots or something? I don't know what the hell she talking about, bro. What the hell she drinking?
Hey, bro, hey.
Yeah.
We in February and she said Happy New Year, so she must be drinking.
How is NB not an MVP player?
Because he's not going to win
I
MVP.
think,
talking about
I
last
think
year.
because
She
he
talking about
won't
last year.
qualify for MVP player.
Yeah, he wouldn't have qualified whether he got hurt this time or not, because he was gonna miss more games regardless. He couldn't miss. How many more games did he have?
5.
left?
He was down to 5.
No, but he was down to 5, but it started after the 70-point game.
Yeah, he's playing at a high level, but you called it.
Yeah, I think if he'd had that 70-point hour, he probably would be playing more, but I don't know. That did him in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's what she's talking about, or she just hating. She's good for that.
Maybe she was talking about last year when
She definitely talking about last year. She felt like he didn't deserve it, but probably this year. But I may be wrong. She just probably feel like he ain't that guy or MVP guy. But most MVPs don't. Well, never mind. Moving on. Jalen, Derek, Aaron, Jordan, and Burrow.
That's the top 5.
Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Burrow, Derek who? It's not Derek Carr, is it?
Derek Carr. What are those 5, Tracy? I don't know what that is.
See, I'm telling you, she drink. Nick, what did you send that lady?
I don't know what she said. That may be the dudes that she'll probably fuck around with in the NFL. In order. It may be, and I'm looking at Derrick Henry. I ain't thinking about Derek Carr. Hey, I don't know what Tracy talking about. That's a
Me either. FIFO comparing flop Purdy to KD.
When did you do that?
Did I? Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
When KD went to the Warriors. Just talking about the talent around.
Wow, that's wild. You guys didn't mention Mike Tomlin tier 1. Probably when y'all was talking about coaches.
Mike Tomlin ain't top tier 1.
Yeah, he not better than Cal Shanahan in my opinion.
He ain't better than Zach Taylor.
Not right now.
Not right now.
All right, man. It's definitely getting
He
late.
beat Zach Taylor twice.
In the playoffs, or you talking about the regular season?
every season.
Oh, okay.
Ken once said no one was checking for SZA. Well, she had the top album single in the country. Him being unaware of Usher's number of hits isn't surprising. It wasn't. No. That wasn't the question. I know Usher has hits, and I don't know how old you are. But first of all, respect your elders, because I knew Usher had hits before you probably were even born. All right, I probably was playing this shit on the fucking radio while you were swimming around in placenta somewhere. All right? So let's chill on that.
He said you from Placentville.
I was saying that Usher doing 3 hours of songs worth of hits, I didn't believe. And he sent me the set list, and there are about some 5 questionable joints on there that I'm going to go listen to.
It's a 3-hour show, to be clear.
Right. So, yeah, but the SZA thing, she's all right. But where's she at now?
She was all right with a
Grammy winner.
award,
She
boy.
won-
Yeah.
You can't say that because she won 3 Grammys just 2 days ago.
That shit don't mean shit nowadays, bro.
Ken thought you was talking about church ushers. He know you was talking about the singers.
Yeah. SZA all right, but I think y'all overhyping. Anyway, I already read this one. Okay. But I do like SZA, though.
No,
Whatever
don't do
her
that.
name
Don't
is.
do that now. Just stay 10 toes.
What's the name? Sizzle?
Caesar.
S. Ziza.
That last album wasn't as good as the first one, though. I think people tripping on that shit.
Shirley Caesar.
All right, man. That's it, man. I don't. It's TBD on whether we'll hop. Well, I should not. Whether we hop online after the game or not. So we'll see. Just subscribe to the channel. We'll keep an eye for that. Especially depending on how much I may have had to drink too. So I ain't gonna even lie, y'all.
Yeah, that's me too.
But I wouldn't mind keeping it going. So even if it's for 5-10 minutes of me drunken and slurring, I definitely wouldn't mind just hopping on, just give quick thoughts on that, and then hopping off to go enjoy whatever festivities there are. So we'll see. Just subscribe to the channel. Plus these games be in late too.
Super Bowl
crazy.
like 11:45.
Should be crazy, bro. But we thank you guys for Jazz about to be SVA. Yeah, we thank you guys for tuning in. We definitely will have a lot to say about this Super Bowl, one way or the other. Next week, will Patty get his third, or will Kyle get his first?
Wow.
And will Brock go on to be San Francisco legend and the new Montana? I'm gonna jump out there.
Hey,
Have a little fun with that.
if Patty wins this on Black History Month, he black. If he don't care, I'm done with him. He missed the white man to me.
All right, well, we'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.
Peace.